channel may feature copyrighted videos and audio content under the guidelines of fair use permitted by copyright statute for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. All content and credit go to the original creators. No copyright infringement is intended. This channel may feature...
We know, but it's getting so out of control. Just so you know, we don't go for those that's taking these souls. We know, but it's getting so out of control. Thank you for tuning in to MTGV, True Crime TV. Y'all know what it is, man. Team Vibe, Miss V. And make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe.
Please do.
And make sure you leave a comment too. Yeah.
Shout out to everybody in the building. We have a lot to talk about today. Listen. So the truth is coming out. We all knew that it was a bunch of lies that was being told. You know, shout out to Warren for speaking out finally. Trying to connect every dots and check what everybody else is saying before he speaks. And you just can't control what comes out of other people's mouths. But when I tell you, my mind is blown right now. Okay, so we know that he did the interview with the YouTuber. And they revealed this camera that came from somebody's grandmother's house. I can't remember whose grandmother it is. I don't even know if their name was said. Because it was a lot of buddy being spoke when Warren was talking. But this was when they were on their way, allegedly, to Horn Island. What I would like to see is when they got back. And I already said that Nolan was found right in the path of where they had to go. And I said something happened between 3 o'clock, the last time he was seen, and 4:30 when they left. I felt like whatever happened had to happen then. And the whole taking his body back didn't make sense to me. But they could have taken his body back because now we know that something definitely took place in that boat. And here's a few things that I was able to capture where we could hear it a little bit better. Shout out to everybody in the building. My fault. Please be sure to smack that thumbs up. Drop down in the chat and let me know who's here. And also, I want to know what y'all think. Now, the picture, shout out to... I was thinking it. Yes, he was my buddy all over that live or all over that video. Shout out to BFF in the building. Y'all, please, everybody, make sure you subscribe to the channel and set all notifications so you know next time I go live. I also talked about Katie must have been invited to the barbecue. So check out my short shelf if you have not. Welcome in, Shelly or Sheila. She said, this is for sure Nolan was on the boat. Lies, lies, lies. Why they couldn't tell his mother? Yeah, they didn't tell his mother. They actually called on a distress call and wasn't honest about what was going on. But you could clearly hear what was going on in the background. So let me pull that up for the people that might not know what I'm talking about. I was able to enhance the audio a little bit so you could hear it better. And I only focus in on what we could understand for the most part. But we're going to go over the complete video. And also, I have goals set. I'm streaming from 2 different platforms. If we reach that goal, I'll come back live and talk about the rest because I don't want to make this too long. And so if we reach the goal, I will come back and talk about the rest. It's just so much happening at once. Okay, so where do I start? I'm going to start with Ben Crump's picture that he posted this morning, and it was shared from somebody named Heather. Okay, 13 hours ago, he shared this photo. Wait, what did I do with the photo already? Oh, let me move this video. So this picture was shared. I'm laughing a little bit because Now, I'm not saying that this is not real, but somebody could have used some type of AI to enhance the photo because it clearly looks like a black boot or high heel shoe, a high heel. It looked like a tall boot with a heel on it, maybe a robotic leg. That's what it kind of looked like. But that don't mean that it's not a real picture. Somebody probably tried to enhance it, but it looked a little funny right there, though, right? But apparently, allegedly, this is, could be Nolan being pushed off. Okay, so what he shared was sharing from a Heather Houston or somebody via Threads. Warren had said that Nolan was cradling the girl on his lap the last time he saw him, right? So could it be possible? Because it is a girl somewhere in here. It's just hard to make out, right? So it says Nolan was cradling the girl on his lap the last time I saw him. He did say that in one of those interviews that was broke up into like 3, and I think it's a 4th one coming. Then it says, Warren says to Cito, Warren to Cito 7. They said, now was that Warren on the Cito footage? I don't know who it was talking. I don't know their voices. So I'm not sure who made the call to the Cito people when he was talking about a membership and all of that. Was that Wyatt? I think that was Wyatt because it was Wyatt's boat they were on, right? But he said that it was 7 people on board when they asked how many souls were on board. How many is everybody in good health? I think she even said, is everybody breathing or something like that? But it's like, okay, so whoever released this audio had to hear everything that we can hear. Let me just play it right quick.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello? All right.
I know we have a membership, like, guaranteed. I don't have the tag on here. What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look.
If not, I can send you a text message. All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello? All right.
I know we have a membership, like, guaranteed. I don't have the tag on here. What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look.
If not, I can send you.
Did you hear them saying check his chest? And what's going on here? Now, I said that I suspected that it was a fight or something going on that caused all the water to get into the boat. I also felt like it was an alibi, the reason why they were calling them in the first place. But during this call, you can also hear some bumping going on. And when he's talking to the dispatcher, you can also hear, he's muting, right? Because she had said something like he didn't have good reception. No, he was muting that. But what I'm saying is the authorities that had this first, they didn't hear all of this going on. And then when the news got it, they didn't hear it either. Like, nobody heard all of this in the background. That is so strange to me. What do y'all think so far? What do y'all think about the picture? What do y'all think about the audio that you just heard? And also the footage. Let me see what y'all saying. Lori says, I hear it. You can hear it loud and clear. Something going on in the background for sure. Right. The only part, like, you don't hear Nolan. So at this point, whatever happened, he cannot speak no longer is what I'm thinking. But it's like I heard a bump and everything. I'm going to pull up the full dispatch audio and we going to go over it. But I just want to know what y'all think. Y'all come up with the why. Man, get out of here. Like, yeah. Just matter of fact, stay around and keep listening. You might learn something. because ain't nobody lying on them, but they are lying, and they just got called out. I think this call was just a cover your ass call. Yep, I definitely feel that way because they never end up getting told. C-Told came out and said they didn't tell them, and then he ends up saying that one of his buddies put him out or helped him in some kind of way. He said they all left at the same time. So they really are all on code because nobody is telling the truth about what happened. So whoever was on those 3 boats should have seen everything. The boats that helped them, everybody lying. They tried to put them off on Katie, and she wasn't taking it. She said, "Oh, I assumed that the people that was telling him to get on the boat didn't leave him." It's a lot of lying going on, y'all. But what we have right here is somewhere in between the lies and the truth. The truth is in the middle. He was so nonchalant and had no emergency in his voice. Exactly. We're sinking. Really? Let me pull this up because let's make it make sense. I'm going to stop it along the way. Justice for Nolan. Prayers to his family because this right here definitely proves that they know exactly what happened. And they lied and they trying to cover it up because they don't want to go to jail. And they didn't give a damn about Nolan. I mean, you can tell by the way that he's speaking when he tells the story. Nobody has no tears. Nobody is like, I mean, come on, man. It's just a little bit odd to me. But so-called friends who you love, your brother, you don't not sad when you're speaking, when you're remembering things that y'all did that day and no regret. You didn't feel bad. All I heard was a bunch of people, and not just him. Everybody that spoke said that Nolan was drinking. You know, they tried to throw the man under the bus, but let's go. Let's get into it. I can't tell it no better than this can. Y'all, please smack the thumbs up as you come in. Let me see. Maybe it was accident, but he was on that boat. He definitely was on the boat. It sounded like they were scrambling. But, I mean, if it was an accident, they should have just said something. I think it was a fight that turned into maybe an accident, but then it was a crime. When you didn't report it, you tried to cover it up. You took all his stuff, deleted stuff off of it, never told his mother. You did everything in your power to make sure that your ass didn't get locked up. So ain't no excuses. I don't care if it was an accident. They had every opportunity to tell the truth, and they chose not to. So his justice is coming, and somebody should be arrested today after this. Like, what? This is basic. This right here is basics that the law enforcement should have checked all the audio and dispatch calls and all of that, and they would have heard all of this. So again, I'm going to play the audio that I enhanced, and then I'm going to play the actual video, and you will hear it.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello? All right.
I know we have a membership, like, guaranteed. I don't have the tag on here. What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look.
If not, I can send you a text message. All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
Get out of here,
Hello?
Gregory. Reach.
All right.
I know we have a membership, like, guaranteed. I don't have the tag on here. What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look.
If not, I can send you a text message. All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir?
Really, Diane?
Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello? All right.
I see we got a lot of blind, crazy, and stupid trolls in here. Keep watching, keep listening. You might learn something because I'm on the side of right. I don't care who it is that did it. They all need to go down. I don't care what color they are. I guess you stuck on that. Somebody did something and they need to pay for what they did to him. So let's get to this audio for the people that think I'm making it up. This is dispatch audio. Shout out to Plunder.
Detail assistant, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
Okay, you heard that in the dispatch audio, correct? This ain't no AI. This ain't created, baby. This is legit. Okay? So let me turn my music down just a little bit so the trolls can hear a little bit better. Smack that thumbs up, y'all. Support the channel, the content, and the host. Let's get into it.
Detail assistant, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
What'd you say? Hey.
Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
All right. Well, let's get you going.
He don't know. Make it make sense. This dude, first of all, he sound like he's hammered. Like they tried to say that Nolan was. He's lit. He can barely form his words properly. He don't know what the hell going on, and he was so distracted by everything going on in the background and trying to listen to her at the same time, but never reporting that his friend is in distress or something is really going on with his friend who never made it home, who was found deceased. He never mentioned that.
Going. Membership number or phone number listed on the account, sir?
I don't know the phone number. It's either
Plunder, True Crime Audio.
I think it's just that.
All right.
I know we have a membership, like guaranteed. I don't
All
have
right.
the tag
Unless
on
you
here.
have a membership number or anything, it's okay. I'll get you over to the captain. What's the best phone number to reach you at?
Reach me at 2.
All right. And is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's
How
on
many?
board.
All right. Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need. Yeah.
Really? I mean, literally, he could have answered that correctly, but he didn't. He had a chance to say, you know what, we do need help. It was a mistake. This, that, and the third may have happened. No. This call wasn't for no help for Nolan. This was all about covering their ass.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates? States Coast Guard.
No, we do not need that. What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right.
Wyatt, check his chest. Did y'all not hear that? Huh? Now, I think Wyatt is the one on the phone because I know that that's his boat or his grandfather's boat, right? But they're telling him to check his chest, and then she asked him, "Did they need help?" It's like she can hear what's going on.
Right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look.
States Coast Guard.
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look.
If not, I can send you a text message.
You notice it got silent? He's hitting mute. He's hitting mute. And listen for the clunky sound that you'll hear.
North. All right, are you ready?
Yes, sir. I'm available.
North 3 degrees. 4672.
All right, 4672. All right, and you were breaking up a little bit. Can you just repeat it one more time to make sure I have it correct?
Sorry, look. What
Hello,
do
can you hear
send
me?
Yeah, what?
See, he's so distracted, and some of it was breaking up, and some of it is him muting the damn mic.
So you're breaking up. If you need assistance, do you have a VHF radio?
No, we do not have the VHF radio.
All right, well, let's try to get you going because you don't have good cell phone reception. Can you verify your coordinates one more time?
Okay, my coordinates are 30 degrees by 14.684 north, and then west by 88 degrees by 46.79.
Right, looks like you're on Horn Island, correct? Are you
Yes,
on
we are
Horn
at Horn
Island?
Island. Yes.
All right, is the boat sinking or you have it aground?
We were sinking, yes.
Is it aground is the question?
No, we're not aground. We are in
Okay.
17 foot of water. We're in 31 foot of water.
So they dumped Nolan right there where he would have got caught up in the current, and right where it was all bad at, right where it goes from 2 feet to 20 feet to 200 feet or whatever. They was right in that area. Do you think you would be sounding like him if you legit was sinking? This don't sound like nobody's sinking to me. What is really going on? What are they really doing in the background?
All right, have to ask. What do you want to do? Do you want to be towed back?
I want to get this boat unsank and towed back, yes.
All right, where would you like it towed to, sir?
You can tow it to Ocean Springs Harbor, or Fort Bayou launch.
All right, how many adults and children on board?
No, there's no children.
So is there anybody on board? How many adults, sir? That was the question. Hello, can you hear me?
He's muting the mic. Somebody said something about dropping the water. I heard that part right before he muted. He's trying to make it appear like he breaking up. This dude is something else, man. These people, I should say, because he ain't alone. He just the one on the call.
Try to jump in and pull the plug, Bart, while you're going.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yep, I just need you to answer these questions so I can get you over to the captain.
Okay.
How many adults on board?
There's 0 adults on board.
He said, "What's going on? What's up?" You called her for help, and now he seemed like he more irritated than anything. What they saying in the background? Bart said something.
To answer these questions so I can get you over to the captain.
Okay.
How many adults on board?
There's 0 adults on board.
There's nobody on board the boat?
No. Nobody
right.
here is over the age of 21.
What?
Sir, that was not the question. Is there a person? Is there a person, a living individual on the boat?
Hello?
Is there a living person, someone breathing on the boat? Is there anybody on the boat?
Yes, there's lots of people breathing on the boat.
All right, how many people, sir?
Like 7.
All right, thank you. Does everyone have life jackets on or available to them?
Yes, we have life jackets available.
All right, verify what boat's sinking.
A Triton, 22-foot offshore, 22-foot Triton offshore sea flight hull.
Wow. So what are y'all thinking so far? Let me go back. Let's see. So one of the people in the background said, "Jump in and pull the plug bar while you're going," is what they said. And then let me see. But she was asking him how many adults and children are on board. And he's like, "No, there's no children." So is there anybody on board? How many adults, sir? That was the question. Hello, can you hear me? Then that's when you hear, "Jump in and pull the plug bar while you're going." Hello, sir. Hello? Yep. I just need you to answer these questions so I can get you over to the captain. How many adults on board? There's 0 adults on board, is what he said. This dude is drunk out of his mind. He said there's 0 adults on board. There's nobody on board the boat. No, nobody here over the age of 21. What the hell is he talking about? Then she said, sir, that was not the question. Is there a living? That is not the question. Is there a person? Is there a person, a living individual on the boat? It took all that to try to get this out of him. What? Hold on, let me take it back. I'm going to try to let it play as much as I can, but this is ridiculous, y'all.
All right, how many adults and children on board?
No, there's no children.
So is there anybody on board? How many adults, sir? That was the question. Hello, can you hear me?
Gotta jump in and pull the plug, Bart, while you're going.
Hello?
Yeah, he unmuted and said that. Somebody had just said drop in the water, and then he muted, and then he came back and said that.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yep, I just need you to
Take it out of here. Take it out of here. Wait, what? I'm sorry, I'm listening at the background, y'all.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yep, I just need you to answer these questions so I can get you over to the captain.
Okay.
How many
what's
adults
going
on board?
There's 0 adults on board.
There's nobody on board the boat?
No. Nobody
right.
here is over the age of 21.
Sir, that was not the question. Is there a person? Is there a person, a living individual on the boat?
Hello?
Is there a living person, someone breathing on the boat? Is there anybody on the boat?
Yes, there's lots of people breathing on the boat.
All right, how many people, sir?
Like 7.
All right, thank you. Does everyone have life jackets on or available to them?
Yes, we have life jackets available.
All right, verify what boat's sinking.
A Triton, 22-foot offshore, 22-foot Triton offshore sea flight hull.
Now, you would think they would all be in the water by now for sure. I mean, it's been sinking for how many minutes now? What?
All right. All right. Please hold. I'm transferring you to the local captain now.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, what I find very, very interesting is how she relays the message to the captain and what she thinks about this conversation that she's having with this grown ass man, acting like he's just covering his ass, acting like she's irritating him, acting like he's not the one who actually called her for help. But it's just crazy how she finds this guy to be, oh, he's a kid, he doesn't know what's going on. What? Let's listen.
Plunder, True Crime Audio.
This is Captain Seth.
Hi, Captain Seth. This is Vicky from International. How you doing today?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, good. I apologize ahead of time. I really do. You're going to have a fee for service come up under Jerry.
Okay.
It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island. He's letting me know that his father's a member, but he can't give me any information. And he's saying the boat is sinking, and he's on Horn Island. It's just unfortunate. He's just a kid. There's a lot going on. So
Right.
he said there's about a lot of people on board. He says he thinks about 7. I'm guessing they're all under 18.
She ain't mentioned how slithered he is, or that he's he's just a kid covering up a damn murder actively, is what it sounds like to me, allegedly.
And I'm not trying to be rude. He wants you guys to go out there and unpump the boat and then tow it in.
Do you know what kind of boat it is?
He said a Triton 24 footer, but that's all he can give me.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just actually got off the phone with his grandpa, who I'm guessing is the owner of the boat, and he
Jerry?
said that Jerry. Yeah, he said.
Okay.
I just hung up with him. He said that they don't need any help right now, but if something changes, he'll call me back. So.
Oh.
Okay, now that part don't make sense to me, because literally she has him still on the phone. And so this guy, in the midst of all of this, the grandfather already know what's going on and already know they don't need help. I mean, is the grandfather out there, or do they have two different phones where somebody is telling the grandfather what's going on for him not to know that they don't need help? I'm so confused about that, because how did he know that quickly? Literally. So that part don't make sense to me. Let me know what y'all think about that part. Wait, hear my audio. Interesting.
Me help right now, but if something changes, he'll call me back. So I'm guessing that they may have figured it out, because that's what he said. So they're in a panic and their boat won't crank.
Yeah, they're in a panic. He's saying the bilge is not keeping up. I asked for Coast Guard. He said no, but he's just really upset on the back end. And, I get it. The kid, he just doesn't understand.
What?
Okay. Do you still...
No, you just don't understand. Like that part really blew me away, because to me, he was rude to her. And you can clearly tell that this dude is drunk. So, and then he said, no, there's nobody over the age of 21. And he's not understanding what she's saying, because he's in the middle of trying to cover this up. And this is another way of covering himself as well. Like, this is insane. These ain't no kids. These are criminals, if what we looking at is real. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we know that these are the actual dispatch audio. So I just got to say alleged until it's proven or they get arrested or something. Everything is alleged. I'm just saying.
Just doesn't understand.
Okay. Do you still have him on the line?
Yes, I still have.
All right. Yeah, I just actually got off the phone with his grandpa.
Guessing they're all under 18. And he's on Horn Island. It's just unfortunate. He's just a kid. There's a lot going on. So He said there's about a lot of people on board. He says he thinks about 7. I'm guessing they're all under 18. And I'm not trying to be rude. He wants you guys to go out there and unpump the boat and then tow it in.
Do you know what kind of boat it is?
He said a Triton 24 footer.
Y'all hear me? Mic check, mic check. Can y'all hear me? Let me make sure. Oh, man, what? So the sound went out a freaking again. Can you hear me? Oh, y'all can hear me. Can you hear me, but you can't hear the Can you hear me? Hold on. You can hear me, but you could let me know if you can hear this when it's playing. I'm playing it right now. So let me guess. You didn't hear the audio just now? You can hear me, but you can't hear what they saying? So let me guess. Okay, that's what it is. Because I didn't. All right, I'm about to play it on something else then. Because we ain't about to. Let's see. I don't know what was the last. He drowned or asked the last. He was last seen with Katie. Okay. All right. What was the last part y'all heard? I'm going to just start it off somewhere where I think. Let's see.
All right. And did you want me to look up Jerry's membership number or anything like that to see if he's up? I know you guys are smart.
Let me see. What was the show me a picture of Nolan doing something for Black community and I will go march for him. Man, if you need all that, all I need is what's right or what's wrong. Wouldn't you want somebody to fight for you if somebody wronged you? Like, that's crazy. Somebody got to do something for you to do the right thing. Make it make sense. I don't agree. I don't know what was the last thing y'all heard. I'm gonna start it from the beginning, and I'm not gonna say nothing.
How can I help you? Hey, we're at the west tip of Florence, and our village pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles. Hello. Hey. Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir? It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now. All right. Well, let's get you going. Membership number or phone number listed on the account, sir. I don't know the phone number. It's either Plunder, True Crime Audio. I think it's by that. All right. I know we have a membership, like guaranteed. All right. Unless you have a membership number or anything, it's okay. I'll get you over to the captain. What's the best phone number to reach you at? Reach me at 2. All right. And is everybody on board in good health otherwise? Yeah, everybody's on board. All right. Do you need the United States Coast Guard? What? Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
Can I get y'all to hit the like button, please? I see that my BFF is asking y'all to hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. We need all support to the channel. I don't know why the audio goes out in the video like that. I really got to figure that one out. But I'm going to keep playing this.
No, we do not need that. All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates? Let me go look. If not, I can send you a text message. All right. Are you ready? Yes, sir. I'm available. North 3 degrees. 4672. All right, 4672. All right, you were breaking up a little bit. Can you just repeat it one more time to make sure I have it correct? Sorry, look. Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, what? So you're breaking up. If you need assistance, do you have a VHF radio? No, we do not have a VHF radio. All right, well, let's try to get you going because you don't have good cell phone reception. Can you verify your coordinates one more time? Okay, my coordinates are 30 degrees by 14.684 north, and then west by 88 degrees by 46.79. All right, looks like you're on Horn Island, correct? Are you on Horn Island?
Okay, so I'm trying to see if y'all are hearing this okay. Let me know if y'all can hear this. I'm checking my audio right quick, y'all. I want to see how this sounds to y'all. Sound distorted. Yeah, I bet, because you can hear me, but you can't hear what they saying. Okay, let me. I'm gonna try to pull it back up again and see if we can hear it now, because I really don't know what causes that. Let's just try it again, because I would rather play it up on the screen than from another device. Let's see what I can hear. Okay, I'm gonna try to pull it back up again and see if we can hear now. I really don't know what causes that. Let's just try it again, because I would rather play it up on the screen than from another device. What the
I don't
heck?
have
All
the
right,
tag
unless
on
you
here.
have
It
a
got ripped
membership
off.
number or anything, it's okay. I'll get you over to the captain. What's the best phone number to reach you at?
Reach me at
Can y'all hear that? Hold on. I don't know what that noise was just now. Hold on, y'all. Give me a few minutes. Seconds, I should say. Let's move this.
All right. And is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear that?
Yeah, everybody's
How
on
many?
board.
All right. Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look.
If not, I can send you a text message.
All right, are you ready?
Detail assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
What'd
Hello?
you say? Hey,
Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir?
it's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
All right, well, let's get you going. Membership number or phone number listed on the account, sir.
I don't know the phone number. It's either
Plunder, True Crime Audio.
I think it's just that.
All right.
I know we have a membership like guaranteed. I don't
All
have the
right,
tag
unless
on
you
here.
have a
It got ripped
membership
off.
number or anything, it's okay. I'll get you over to the captain. What's the best phone number to reach you at?
Reach me at
All right, and is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's
How
on
many?
board.
All right, do you need the United States Coast Guard?
What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right, do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look.
If not, I can send you a text message.
North. All right, are you ready?
Yes, sir, I'm available.
North 30 degrees. By 4672.
All right, 4672. All right, and you were breaking up a little bit. Can you just repeat it one more time to make sure I have it correct?
Sorry, look. What
Hello,
do
can you
send
hear me?
Yeah, what?
So you're breaking up. If you need assistance, do you have a VHF radio?
No, we do not have the VHF radio.
All right, well, let's try to get you going because you don't have good cell phone reception. Can you verify your coordinates one more time?
Okay, my coordinates are 30 degrees by 14.684 north, and then west by 88 degrees by 46.79.
Right, looks like you're on Horn Island, correct? Are you
Yes,
on
we are
Horn
at Horn
Island?
Island. Yes.
All right, is the boat sinking or you have it aground?
We were sinking, yes.
Is it aground is the question?
No, we're not aground. We are in
Okay.
17 foot of water. We're in 31 foot of water.
All right, have to ask, what do you want to do? Do you want to be towed back?
I want to get this boat unsank and towed back, yes.
All right, where would you like it towed to, sir?
You can tow it to Ocean Springs Harbor, or Fort Bayou Launch.
All right, how many adults and children on board?
No, there's no children.
So is there anybody on board? How many adults, sir? That was the question. Hello, can you hear me?
Try to jump in and pull the plug, Bart, while you're going.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yep, I just need you to answer these questions so I can get you over to the captain.
Okay.
How many
what's
adults
going
on board?
There's 0 adults on board.
There's nobody on board the boat?
No. Nobody
right.
here is over the age of 21.
Sir, that was not the question. Is there a person? Is there a person, a living individual on the boat?
Hello?
Is there a living person, someone breathing on the boat? Is there anybody on the boat?
Yes, there's lots of people breathing on the boat.
All right, how many people, sir?
Like 7.
All right, thank you. Does everyone have life jackets on or available to them?
Yes, we have life jackets available.
All right, verify what boat's sinking.
A Triton, 22-foot offshore, 22-foot Triton offshore sea flight hull.
All right. All right. Please hold. I'm transferring you to the local captain now.
Okay, thank you.
Plunder, True Crime Audio.
This is Captain Seth.
Hi, Captain Seth. This is Vicky from International. How you doing today?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, good. I apologize ahead of time. I really do. You're going to have a fee for service come up under Jerry.
Okay.
It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island. He's letting me know that his father's a member, but he can't give me any information. And he's saying the boat is sinking, and he's on Horn Island. It's just unfortunate. He's just a kid. There's a lot going on. So
Right.
he said there's about a lot of people on board.
It's 1,200 people in here. Please smack the thumbs up. I don't know which stream you might be listening in on. If you're on the vertical, double tap the screen to hit the thumbs up. We got 1,275 people. Now we got 1,320. So please smack the thumbs up, y'all. That's all I ask. And thank you for tuning in, and also subscribe to the channel.
Says he thinks about 7. I'm guessing they're all under 18.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to be rude. He wants you guys to go out there and unpump the boat and then tow it in.
Do you know what kind of boat it is?
He said a Triton 24-footer, but that's all he can give me.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just actually got off the phone with his grandpa, who I'm guessing is the owner of the boat. And he said that Jerry, yeah. He said,
okay.
I just hung up with him. He said that they don't need any help right now, but if something changes, he'll call me back. So I'm guessing that they may have figured it out, because that's what he said. So they're in a panic and their boat won't crank.
Yeah, they're in a panic. He's saying the bilge is not keeping up. I asked for Coast Guard. He said no, but he's just really upset on the back end. And, I get it. It's a kid. He just doesn't understand.
Oh, okay. Do you still have him on the line?
Yes, I still have him on the line. And, again, I couldn't find he couldn't give me anything regarding his grandfather's, membership, so it's just under
Plunder, True Crime Audio.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just talked to, if you want to, we're so tied up right now. We can't really do any non-member jobs right now.
Is Jerry a member? Did you find out if he was a member or not?
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it's his boat or what. I'm not sure what's going on with it. But yeah, transfer the kid over. I'll talk to him, and then I'll call his grandpa back as well.
All right. And did you want me to look up Jerry's membership number or anything like that to see if he's up? I know you guys are
You can
swamped.
try this cell phone number.
Yes, sir.
Anything on this phone number?
All right. Yep. Jerry. Yeah, he's an active member. Hold on.
What kind of boat do you have on there? Same boat?
Yeah, he's one of your members. Yep, 22-foot Triton. All right, I'll just disregard this one. I'm gonna send you over an accurate one under this Jerry. Then one, okay? He's one of your members. You'll get in a couple minutes, okay?
Okay, perfect. All right, and yeah, just transfer this kid over whenever you get a chance.
All right, transfer him now. Thank you again, Captain.
All righty.
Stay safe out there. It's crazy. Have a drink.
Oh, it's wild. All righty, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hello? Hello? Are you there? I apologize. I will be disconnecting due to lack of response.
Okay, mic check. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. What did y'all think about what y'all just heard? They shouldn't have been operating a boat with drinks on it. Exactly. They're underage. They shouldn't have been on the water as teenagers. And where's the Coast Guards with all of these people? Because we do know from Warren's interview, he said that it was, it was thousands of people out there, right? Now that's something that we hadn't heard before. And I also have some paperwork too. Let me look at that right quick, because it's paperwork from that day also. But yeah, what do y'all think? What stuck out to y'all the most in that call? You can hear me. Okay, perfect. Let me move the mic so I don't be too loud. Tatum got it all with receipts. What part you talking about? I mean, I know about the interview and all that, but I got let me see. It was like some paperwork from these calls, and I'm gonna read some of the stuff that I can clearly make out. So this is some download concerning like the vessel and different stuff like that. Hold on, let me see. So this is the MDMR Marine Patrol report. And it says, let me see, 7/4/2026 is naming the vessels. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has different 5 different vessels, and it's just telling us. Well, I'm not sure if this is the time. This is the time. Never mind. Okay, so 7/4/2026 at 17:25, which is 5:25, vessel regains normal operation. I believe these are times. Then it says 7/4/2026 at 17:44. Vessel arrives at El Camino Real Road. Then all of this is on the 4th of July. So 17:25, the vessel regains normal operation. This is after they've spoken to them. Somehow they got help, and miraculously they could move and gain the speed. And then at 17:44, vessel arrives at El Camino Real Road. Let me pull this up. And then we are going to go to Warren's interview. We got time. We only, 54 minutes in. Let me go to the grandparents' house, which then somebody said the grandparents are no longer alive. I don't know. But I did hear that that was the grandparents' house that they left from, somebody's grandparents. And then this is, let me just show a couple pictures that I have while I'm in here. So these are the guys that he was with, some of them, not all. Oh, I didn't mean to have that up here. Yeah, jealousy is a mug. That's a fact. Hold on. I still got it up there. Oh, okay. So there was if y'all remember, Warren spoke about his brother being into a fight. And I did a video about this too. I did a short, but I don't think I have it put up. But check out the shorts. But maybe we'll get to that. But this is the guy that was right next to him that was trying to hold him back or trying to break it up a fight. He was fighting with a grown man that had on American flag shorts that you could see in the water. But I'll talk about that later because I might not be making much sense if you haven't seen it. Hold on. He got on his Make America Great Again hat. Tristan or Traston, whatever his name is. Somebody did it. And the other thing is everybody that was there knew what happened and nobody said anything. So they all guilty at this point. Nobody told the truth. Nobody called for help for Nolan if it was an accident, which, I mean, I don't know what it was. It couldn't have been an accident if you didn't say anything. You're trying to get away with it. And then this is one of the pictures that have been released, and you can see that it looks like it clearly looks like a wallet in his pocket. Now, I know that this picture was enhanced. So sometime when you enhance things, it can change it a little bit. So it just depends on what they were using to enhance this. But I do clearly see a shape of a wallet in that zip pocket right there. And then we know that this is him at a distance being seen on that boat in the water with some female. And this was said to be at 2:23. The person that actually panned their camera around turned this in to Ben Crump or the police. And so it is legit. Okay, and let me see. We all know too by now that his autopsy came out and it was very, very shady, every part of it, for all of this to be missing, which will help determine what really happened to him. And I believe that it happened. It was strangulation. I believe it. Because why would you see when you working for the same team and you both of your goal is to solve a crime? It don't look like this, y'all. So for everybody that's talking about race baiting and if you find out his black friends did it, I don't give a damn who did it. Ain't nobody race baiting but you. Okay. So y'all see that the Judge Carlos Moore went to the funeral and he took a picture with Jalen and Javon. And then this was the guy that was breaking up the fight. So I didn't know at first until the funeral happened that Jalen and Javon, I think they twins. And because the father said he named both of them saying that they won championships together. So once I heard him say that, I'm like, wait, they must be the same age. And so I'm assuming they're fraternal twins because they don't look identical to me, but they definitely look like they the same age and all that. And in my last live stream, I had said that could this be Jalen's brother? And I think I said it in a short. So I just wanted to come back. Now that I got them all together, I do not believe that this guy was the brother, right? But this was yet another black guy out there. And I believe that he was with Warren's brother because Warren had talked about his brother getting into it with somebody. And the way that he spoke about the fight was very minimal, right? But this was a real, his brother got he got toe up out there, okay? Because it was a grown man and he a kid, number one, looked like he probably 16 or 17. I don't know. I guess he probably was out there drinking too. I'm not sure. But what did this adult man jump on him for? Nobody is telling that story. Another thing, Traston is the one that came out saying that he was the one into it with somebody because some strange man said something to him about his girl, the way he was talking to his girlfriend. But nobody ever mentioned that Warren's brother was in a fight until he did these interviews. So that was news to me when I heard that, right? So I'm like, wait a minute. So it was 3 fights then? How many fights was it? And then when I went back and listened to Ben Crump, he did say that they said that it was one fight and then 10 minutes later it was another one. So when all of those fights started jumping off, that's when they left. And then we have to remember Katie had to call a whole nother ride, and her sister or mother or whoever the Gracie lady is that spoke out for her, I think her name was Gracie. She said that her brother and sister-in-law came and got Katie, and Katie was safe. Okay. So a whole nother ride came and got her, although they had 3 boats. I'm like, what's really going on? And so yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot going on, but it's all being revealed. And I always say that it's truths with lies. Somewhere the truth is within those lies. Because Warren, you could hear a lot of things that he was saying, and as he was talking, I was remembering other things that I had heard. So it's starting to lean towards they definitely need to be picked up, and a full-on investigation need to happen, because they definitely was trying to avoid all that, because the movements and actions, it ain't lining up with somebody that wants to really solve a case. But it is lining up with a whole bunch of people that would rather sweep this under the rug because of who did it or who was responsible. So whoever was on this trip, everybody got some answering to do. If all those boats left together, they knew what happened. And there's no way that you can keep a lie with this many people involved. I just don't think it is possible. And I'm happy that the truth is finally coming out. So, okay, so now that I got that put up, I'm going to still go through this little bit of paperwork that I have here. So on the MDMR, Marine Patrol. So I am assuming that these are the time. It is the times, because I remember 7/19 being said that they arrived somewhere. So let me make sure y'all can hear me, because this thing be tripping and I'm not looking at the chat right now. Let me pull up my other device before I get into all this reading. Let's see. Mic check. Oh, it would help if I had the audio up. Mic check. Okay. So we got 1.1K people viewing the vertical stream with 316 thumbs up. Can y'all please smack that like button? We have 1378 all together. Y'all please smack the like button. It helps get me out in the algorithm. More people know that we live. It's just support. I do have a goal set up too. If you find it in your heart, you can donate, but just do the free thing. Hit the like button, share it out. Okay. So all from 7/4, right? All from the 4th of July. 5:25 p.m. the vessel regains normal operation, the speed of 30 to 35 knots. 5:44 the vessel arrives at El Camino Real, which is this area right here. They left from a grandparent's house or something. 5:52 the vessel departs El Camino Real and headed east into Fort Bayou. So they left again. I don't know what that's about. At 6:06 the vessel returns to El Camino Railroad. And then at 6:36 the vessel departs El Camino Railroad, heads southwest on St. Martin Bayou, turns southeast to Biloxi Bay Ridge, then back north to Fort Bayou Launch. And then at 7:19 the vessel arrives to Fort Bayou Launch. Okay. And then on this one, it says supplement investigation narrative. On July 5th, 2025, at approximately 11:55, Mississippi Department of Marine Resource Office and Marine Patrol Master Sergeant Josh, received a call from Captain Williams Freeman to locate and interview a female subject that was possibly involved with the missing person on Horn Island. And then reported residents, I think Miss who was initially reported to be on. Hold on. Okay, so that's that. The other part that I wanted to read is cut off, so I can't even get into that. Then this one, and it's no specific order, right? Because this one was at 11:55 a.m. But this one that I'm reading right now on July 5th, this one I'm reading right now is from July 5th, Sunday, July 5th at 8 a.m. Right? So at approximately 8 a.m. hours, Lieutenant Bryce and Captain Jack with the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources launched patrol vessel Admiral Dewey at Biloxi Small Craft Harbor. Officers aboard the Admiral Dewey traveled to the northwestern tip of Horn Island in search of reported missing person on the island. It was reported that an 18-year-old black male, Nolan Wells, did not return home from Horn Island the evening prior with the other people aboard the vessel. Wells' last known reported location was the northwest tip of the island, which is where they were when they placed this call that we were just listening to. And the call was to the CETO people, not to the Coast Guards on what we were listening to. So they were, he reported location was the northwest tip of the island. Upon approach of the island in the channel, a vessel intent to speak with officers. Man, it's cut off, y'all. But another thing I remember hearing is that they rejected, one of the search team people said that they rejected having their boat checked. They said no to that. So, okay, and then this is all the Marine thing, the MDMR, Marine Patrol. It's just got a bunch of names here, assistant officers and stuff like that. And then it says a call was created at 10:05, 11:05, original CAD at 10:05, and 10:13, Biloxi Fire would like assistance. Hold on. Now, the one that I read where it says on July 5th, 2026 at approximately 11:55 hours, Mississippi Department of Marine Resources Office of Marine Patrol, Master Sergeant, received a call from Captain Williams Freeman to locate and interview a female subject that was possibly involved. Now I'm assuming Katie, that's the only female we've been hearing about, but I don't know. That's just a guess. So then I'm gonna just read off some stuff. It says it has the time 7/5/10:05. It says original CAD, and then 7/5/10:13 it says per MP9 if Biloxi Fire would like to assist. So these are calls going out, I'm guessing, communications. Then we got 7/5/10:14, Charity at BDP asking if they could help. Then 7/5/10:18, Keith of Harris County, 2 beach patrol units and 1 Marine. I'm thinking this is all dispatch stuff. 7-5 at 10:34. Keith units on the way. 7-5 at 10:49. MP3 advising that Biloxi Fire is at their location. MP3 advising that they can launch at any time. 7-5 10:53 Biloxi Fire radio check. 7-5 10:58 MP4 speaking with PR210 in regards to helo en route. And then it says 7-5 12:40 30, and it has some numbers here. And then it says starting first drone start. So this is searches going on. 7-5 2026, I guess 1322. I mean 122. It's got a bunch of numbers. West second location for second drone. 7-5 at 152. MP3 done with drone flights heading back in. 7-5 2026 219. MP21 and 107 at the Chinese Stacks, Horn Island. And then 7-5 1440. 7-5 246 call was closed. Okay. It's just a bunch of stuff that don't really mean anything to me. I mean, it means something, but let's see. Okay, so then we have some communication here. It says 7/4/2026 at 17:25. Okay, we read that already. Hold on. At 4:50 on 7-5, MDMR officer Strickland powered on GPS. Photo of screen for search coordinates. 7/7/18, 7/7/610 powered on. 7/8 at 5:13, MDMR officer Smith powered on GPS. Permission to search. 1 ADM files download. Okay. Then they have like all the boats identified here. So this basically was a 20 slide pages of MDR official reports. The first page says missing person, title with MDMR Marine Patrol, non-criminal report is what it says. They jumped the gun with that one. The location was the northwestern tip in Ocean Springs. It says 7/5 at 10:05 is when it was reported, according to this. And then there was another picture that I have here. There was a man has a picture of Nolan Wells from the 4th of July and speaks on how kind he was. That's all I'm hearing. Oh, he was so sweet. He was so kind. So somebody had posted a picture of a guy that appears to be Nolan. Look like he running through or something. I don't know. It's weird. I'm a post it though. And it says this is one picture from a boat on the 4th of July. The young man in the blue trunks as Nolan was seen by many others. He was kind of hard to miss because he was so nice and kind. He even hugged my wife and helped her get up on the boat ladder. Very interesting. Like I forgot I had this picture. And it's just crazy because all the pictures of him, you can see the back of him, the afro, his build and all that, but you cannot see his face and none of this stuff. But let me see what y'all saying. Welcome in everybody. Let's see. Read my last comment, Queen. saying Tracy, let's see. And if Nolan just met, he definitely didn't look. And if Nolan just met Katie that day, how did Warren get her number? Yeah, exactly. Warren said he has text messages from Katie saying Nolan got on the boat with your friends. Exactly. They definitely know each other. And that's what I was talking about. And I don't even think I put that picture in there, but there's clearly a picture of Katie with a whole group of them, and Nolan was in the picture as well. I can't believe I didn't put it in here. But yeah, I believe they knew each other. It's been said that they all went to the same high school. They all graduated in 2025, so they know each other. Like, it's kind of hard not to know if you're a popular person who plays sports, it's kind of hard not to know everybody in the school. Because even if you don't know them personally, they know you because you're very popular. So I'm gonna just go ahead and go to I took down everything I needed, but I want to go to the interview that at least we can chime in on one of them. I don't know which one is the better one to listen to, but I'm gonna just pick one. Let's see. I guess I'm gonna have to give me a second to get all this together, y'all. I guess my cue is gone. So annoying. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something else because I guess it's gone. Let me do something right quick. Yes, I heard check his chest. Okay. Warren knows. Wait, I heard they took Nolan to the mountains. And then how did they bring him back there if that's the case? If he was on a boat and they didn't just drop him right there, I mean, you would think they didn't because people would have seen it. So somebody would have had to go back out there and place him there. How did the Coast Guards miss it? And, you know, the whole time I have been talking about this case, they said that it was 200 to 300 people there. But then when we hear Warren speak, he talks about thousands of people. So let me do this. I'm going to do it this way. I think I'm going to listen to the last one. So I know it's some key points in a couple of them, but I'm going to just go to the last one. So while I'm pulling this up, y'all, please smack the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you're on a vertical stream, double tap the screen to get to the thumbs up button. If you're on a landscape, just hit the thumbs up. It ain't hard, y'all. It's free 99. Okay, let's do this.
Open and slammed and come down here, do anything other to get the truth. Did you kill Nolan? Did you have anything to do with Nolan's death? Did you delete anything out of Nolan's phone?
Okay, so everybody that's following this case probably is aware that Warren did an interview with Tatum, and that's what we listening to under fair use. So let's get into it. What is he saying here?
People are still out there partying and they're having a good time, but something happened to where it necessitated you guys to get the boat up and running. Can you explain that?
Yeah, I'm like yelling at other people, trying to tell them, calm down. Like, the boat could possibly sink, and Nolan was sitting by the boat with that Katie girl, and my buddy yelled at, yelled for Nolan, get the F on the boat, get on the boat.
Now, when I heard this, right, I was like, what was going on for him to just talk to Nolan like that? Why? And then he just said that Nolan was on the boat. He said Nolan was sitting by the boat with that girl, Katie, and my buddy yelled at him, Nolan, get the F on the boat. Get on the boat. And Nolan said, no, I'm staying out here. So why didn't Nolan want to get on the boat? But we know that's a damn lie because we not believing this now. But I'm just pointing this out because we just listened to, let me pull up this right quick. And then I'm going to let him keep talking. Because it's always good to let him talk.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello? All right.
I know we have a membership, like, guaranteed. I don't have the tag on here. What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look.
If not, I can send you a text message. All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
Now, you just heard him say, no, get the fuck up is what I sound like he's saying. Or is he saying get the F out? But we just heard what old Warren just said. Didn't he just say something like that? Yelling? Hold on. Let's go here.
Yeah, I'm like yelling at other people, trying to tell them, calm down. Like, the boat could possibly sink, And Nolan was sitting by the boat with that Katie girl, and my buddy yelled for Nolan, get the F on the boat, get on the boat. And Nolan said, no, I'm staying out here. The next day, I got a phone call from my buddy Trace, and he was like, hey, man, they just found his body.
Very, very interesting. It sounds like we talking about the same scenario we was just listening to, but let me just let this play.
Reaction was just, I was my buddy Brooks. I broke down.
You guys have been interviewed by law enforcement. All of you guys have given statements. But then I think that there's a part associated with this that's being rumored out in the public, and that is the situation with the cell phone, potential deletion of messages, how the cell phone was retrieved. And I just want you to tell your side of this, because what we're getting from the media is that they literally had to, coerce you guys into giving it back. You didn't know.
Exactly. In his own words, John. Now listen, look, y'all might be new over here, but we don't make stuff up over here. And we like to go by what comes out of the main people's mouths. Y'all heard what he just said. Truth with lies, baby.
Where it was at, you were hesitant to give the phone over, almost as they had to turn your wrist or twist your arm just to give it back. Right? Well, what happened with the cell phone thing? So let's go back to the first engagement you had when it comes to the family or somebody coming back to get the cell phone and keys. When did that occur, and what happened there?
Okay, well, that night, about 12:30, I went back to my buddy's house.
And you said the night of the 4th?
Yeah.
The night of the 4th, but it was about 12:30, I would like to say. And so I went back to my buddy's house that I stayed the night before, where we all met up, and stayed together the night before. And my buddy got a call from this guy, and the guy was like, oh, what's going on with all this Nolan stuff? Very aggravated. I mean, yeah, every right to be, but I mean, we were trying to calm him down, and he was just like, oh, where y'all at? My buddy said, we're at my buddy's house, and he said, all right, and then he just hung up. And so about 30 minutes later, I'd like to say, all of a sudden the door just got open and slammed, and there was a girl who walked in, and probably about 8 or 9 guys behind her, and then a mom, which was Javon's mom. And
who's Javon? I want to put that in perspective. Who is Javon?
Javon is one of Nolan's good friends. He's a friend of mine too. You know, like great guy, and his mom and their family is very close to the Wells family, and I mean, so I don't know why she was there, like what was going on, but I was very surprised about this. I was like, like you just basically like kick the door open and bust up in the house, no knock or anything.
So is Javon black or white?
Javon's mixed. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, he's mixed.
Yeah.
So, but he's not white.
No, he's not white.
Just white.
Yeah.
Or all white, I guess.
Yeah.
So then they come in the house. Do you know any of these people? And
I know some of the guys.
The mom, but do you know anybody else?
I've seen the mom before, and I know most of them. Most of the guys went to high school with me, and like I'm friends with some of the guys. I mean, I know some of them. So eventually, like things started to get heated, and I was just like a guy I was friends with in high school. He was like, "Man, come outside with me," and I was like, "All right." And I walked outside with him. He was like, "Man, I don't know what." Like they're panicking, and like this is just like I think Nolan's just on somebody's couch. He's been drinking all day. He's just messed up, and this is nothing that we have to worry about. As much as I sat there and I told him, I was like, I agree. I would think he's on somebody's couch, just had been drinking all day and just drank.
See, they tried to make Nolan out of the drunkard, but see, we have proof that they were drunk. We got this dispatch call where he can barely pronounce his words, acting drunk. Everybody on the boat was acting some kind of way, especially the caller though. So we have that, and then we also have like one of his friends that he was sitting next to in the famous picture that everybody knows about had whatever he was drinking. This guy with the in the middle, kind of to the right of to my left of Nolan, in the blue spicy looking shorts. He had drink coming all out of his mouth, down his stomach, leg. So I think he was drunk too. You know what I'm saying? But all we hear is them trying to make sure they bring home that Nolan had been drinking all day. Nolan was drunk. He was hammered. He was, everybody got something to say about Nolan. It's sad.
Much was super intoxicated. That's kind of what a lot of us thought, but they like, I agree. I would think, he's on somebody's couch, just had been drinking all day and just, drank too much and was super intoxicated. That's kind of what a lot of us thought, but they were kind of losing it and they were going crazy. And the mom that was with them demanded Nolan's phone because Nolan left the phone on the boat. And when we ran in, Nolan didn't ask for his phone. And his keys were not on the boat because his car was parked at my buddy's house where we had all slept, the night before the 4th.
Now, we know that they were at, what's his name? Jack's house. His keys and car, I believe, was at Jack's, and I think that was an apartment.
And so the keys were left at the house because Nolan's car was at my buddy's house where we stayed at. So, of course, he left his keys there. But his phone, he was drinking. He didn't have his phone in the water because no one did. And, there was more than just Nolan's phone that wasn't on the boat with us.
It was more than just Nolan's phone that was on the boat.
Yeah, we obviously had all our phones, but on the boat.
I really could have just ended this at the first part of it, right? Because the way that they were talking to Nolan, the way that he described that, I'm like, what? Why are they so upset with Nolan? They want us to believe it was Tristan that was into a fight about his girl, somebody butting in. Then Warren tells a story about his brother in a fight, but Nolan is the only one dead. Make it make sense. I think that they had an issue with Nolan over a girl, like I said, and it got to be Katie. You know what I'm saying? But somehow Katie had to catch a whole nother ride. So that's what makes me believe they had a problem with Katie as well. Katie said it's just so many freaking lies and inconsistencies and stuff that don't make sense. He just clarified it all. And the lack of emotions that this guy has. talking about your buddy. Not your buddy, because he didn't call Nolan his buddy. He's calling everybody else his buddy. And Nolan is his brother, right? Bullshit.
But those weren't the only people. Like, Nolan wasn't the only person that left a phone on the boat. There was a lot of people that left phones on the boat, that didn't ride out or in with us. So I mean, there was a couple phones that we had that we didn't know who they belonged to, and my buddy's got that figured out, you know. But
me either, BFF, especially now that we have this information. Like, I mean, come on, that call right there, they should have been locked up already. That call happened on the 4th of July. You mean to tell me nobody checked this dispatch audio and heard that? Or did they not realize that how deep YouTubers go and get this information? Because this dispatch audio been out. It's just been being released in increments. But I'm saying they could have solved the crime right there, but they didn't. And then they mutilated his body. Freaking disgusting. Trying to cover it up. I have no doubt he was choked out or something. What other reason would they take all that? That's how you could determine what happened, if he drowned and all that. And you can't. Like, this is a cover-up. This is what it looks like. Especially when the first thing that came out of their mouth is that it was no foul play. And then you got these people telling the rescuers they don't want their dogs to search the boat. What you hiding? What do you have to hide? Innocent people want to clear themselves at all costs, however they can, right?
It wasn't just Nolan's phone that, you know, was on the boat who wasn't there. You know, there was a lot of phones.
So when they barged in, they started getting frantic. The mom asked for Nolan's phone.
Right.
Was there a struggle over it, or
no? I mean, just handed it over. I mean, we didn't think anything of it. Like, you know, she asked for Nolan's phone. We knew they were close friends with, you know, the Wells family, and my buddy went out to his truck and handed the phone over. No complications, no issue, you know, nothing. But I mean, I told Miss Christine that we had.
Now that's a lie, because his buddy didn't go out to the truck. The mother did, because I caught Christine saying that. She was like, the mother went out and hand them the key, hand her the phone or whatever. But it took a minute. Wait, hold on. Make sure I ain't getting confused. Let's take that back.
The Wells family, and my butt just handed it over. I mean, we didn't think anything of it.
Mom asked for Nolan's phone.
Right.
Was there a struggle over it, or
no? I mean, just handed it over. I mean, we didn't think anything of it. Like, you know, she asked for Nolan's phone. We knew they were close friends with, you know, the Wells family, and my buddy went out to his truck and handed the phone over. No complications, no issue, you know, nothing. But I mean, I told Miss Christine that we had his phone and he had left it in our possession on the boat.
When did you? Miss Christine is Nolan's mom.
Correct.
When did you talk to her about that?
When I was on. No, I didn't talk to her once. Like, it was like 12:30. I mean, I might have texted her a couple times and, like, you know, talked briefly about a couple things, but I told her on the phone before I called the Coast Guard that we had Nolan's phone. Before I called Miss Christine, I asked, I was like, oh, well, where's his location at? Because Nolan had his Snapchat location things, but when I was on, no, I didn't talk to her once, like, it was like 12:30. I mean, I might have texted her a couple times and, like, you know, talked briefly about a couple things, but I told her on the phone before I called the Coast Guard.
Now, according to what I have been talking about the whole time, is that 11 o'clock is what time he called the Coast Guards, and he called the mother at 11:07. But he's trying to make it seem like he called the Coast Guards after her, and then he also said in one part that he talked to them for like 20 minutes. So that's an inconsistency, is what I'm pointing out.
That we had Nolan's phone before I called Miss Christine. Things, but I told her on the phone before I called the Coast Guard that we had Nolan's phone. Before I called Miss Christine, I asked, I was like, oh, well, where's his location at? Because Nolan had his Snapchat location on for me. And he said, you know, it's, Wyatt said it's, you know, in my truck. Like, because everybody who left stuff on the boat, it was Wyatt's boat, so Wyatt put it in his truck, you know, like, it's normal. And so the phone was in possession in Wyatt's truck. And when that mom came over and asked for it, there was no issue at all with us giving the phone to her. I mean, Nolan just left it on the boat. We handed the phone to her that night of the 4th of July.
And did you guys go through the phone, or?
Of course not. I mean, well,
we do know that this whole time the mother has been saying that she had to track his phone. She talked to him, right? But he never told her that they had his phone. You would have thought that would have came out immediately. Oh yeah, we got Warren's phone, his keys is here, you know, we'll meet you to give it to you, or you can come and get it or whatever. None of that happened. So somebody need to make that part make sense. It's lies.
None of us had a reason to go through Nolan's phone. I mean, there's multiple phones on the boat. Why would it be? And the boat was having issues. Why would our concern be getting on Nolan's phone or something? I mean, I don't even know Nolan's password. None of my friends do.
Well, it would be to cover up what you had just did. You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
We had no reason ever to get on Nolan's phone and look at anything. I didn't even touch Nolan's phone. None of us touched Nolan's phone until somebody took it off the boat and put it in Wyatt's truck, and then no one touched it until we handed it back, you know, to the mom that was at my buddy's house.
Was that the only phone that she picked up, or was it other people's phone that they came and got? Or
that I know of, I think that was the only one that she had. Yeah, but I'm not completely sure. I think that's the only one that she took Nolan's. That's it.
And so we're on the 4th, where the night, probably going into the morning of the 5th, this happens. Then the dad comes back at some point to get the keys. Right. What happened there? When was this, and what happened?
Well, my buddy Brooks drove me and dropped me off at my house, and I woke up to a text the next morning that Miss Christina texted me, and she said, hey, Nolan's dad's there, is there at my buddy's house to pick up the keys. And, you know, I didn't think anything of it. I told her.
So his buddy one of his buddies he don't want to name is Jax, because that's where the keys and stuff was at.
That I was praying for, and, you know, that we were out there, and we were, you know, doing everything that we could to help out.
And when he came to pick the keys up, was there a confrontation on it? Because I could have sworn I saw on the news that when he came to pick the keys up, it was almost like an altercation because you guys didn't want to give the keys over, or you said you didn't know where the keys were at?
I mean, no, absolutely not. I mean, I wasn't there, but from what my friend told me, they just had to look for Nolan's keys. It's not like, why would we be hiding Nolan's keys? There's no reason to hide anything. You know, this is our friend. We have nothing to hide. I mean, we were trying to do everything that we could to help out.
What? Like, okay, so we gonna believe the family, or we gonna believe him? Hold on.
So now I'm really like in distress with you, but I'm Nolan's father. I'm here to get his keys, so I can get his car. I said, he's like,
his car was in the yard.
His car's parked in the yard. So he was like, I don't know, man. Nolan's like my brother. I said, well, if Nolan was like your brother, would you please go in your room and see if you can find my son's keys so I can take his car home? He walks off, 2 or 3 minutes, come back. I can't find the keys. I said, okay. So at that point, I get the boys and I move them out the house because I didn't want them to go into the house and start tearing up these people's houses because then that would be a whole other situation. So walk outside by the car. One of the guys that was in the house with us, he was on the phone with a girl, and the girl told him that Nolan's keys were on top of this Jax guy's Xbox in the house because apparently she was there with him earlier. So he goes back up to the door by himself, and 5 minutes later, the keys come out. So now I feel like you done lied to me. So now I'm really like in distress with you. But as far as that night goes, if I knew anyone who had a boat, I would have went out that night looking for my son. We tried, but I don't have friends with boats. But if I knew some,
this has just been an awful situation, just terrible.
Elmore Wansley, The father.
Best friends with her two sons, Jalen and Javon. People who helped us that night. She went and picked up his cell phone from where it was, and then just heart was so big. And we're gonna miss him dearly. But we are grateful, especially to our friend Tashima, who actually was one of the people who helped us that night. She went and picked up his cell phone from where it was, and then provided that to us, because we of course contacted authorities to figure out who to do the report with, whether it was the county or the city, which then turned into DMR, who I contacted immediately from there. But
Can you tell them how you got the cell phone?
So our friend actually, when I called her, Nolan is best friends with her two sons, Jalen and Javon. When I called her, I said, Tashima, have you seen Nolan? He's missing. No one has seen him. No one has talked to him. The boys were actually with her sons. So they opened up their Snapchat, because a lot of the kids do have their locations where they're tracking one another. So one of the boys says, well, it's showing that, I can't exactly remember what his location was showing, but my Life 360 location was showing something completely different. It was actually showing that his phone was like he was on LAN. And so we ended up, she received the phone from that parent, and then we met up where his car was, which was at a separate location.
And notice that she said she received the phone from that parent. That's the female that handed the phone to her.
For issues obtaining the key. But even so, there's just a lot of...
Tell them about what happened with the key.
So I'm going to let my husband tell you about that, because he actually went up to the door to get the key, because at that point, I was just not in my right mind. This has just been an awful situation. Just terrible.
Elmore Wansley.
Now, I believe, because at first the dispatch call said that there was a female trying to get some keys and harassing them or something like to that effect. The police was called in the midst of all this while he's talking like that. And let me see something, because I might be able to get to that really quick too while we here. Shout out to everybody here. I can't look at the chat right now, but I am glancing at them, putting them up as I can. Y'all keep talking. Let me know what y'all think about what y'all hearing. And if y'all have heard anything else, do y'all believe this? This is not AI. This is the real deal. This stuff is coming directly out of these folks' mouths. Let's see if I got it here. Hold on.
I actually stayed with Nolan that night at my buddy's house, and very big deal. And
no, this ain't the one. It's hold on. It's one where I said the police were called on Nolan's parents, which everybody, that video, that short is at 42K right now. I think this is it.
Say he went and looked.
Right.
And so he said he couldn't find them. I did what I needed out of their home. And like I said, 5 minutes later, he come back out with the keys. And they didn't come back outside anymore until the police came. Because at that time, police were called because we were looking for his wallet. And then they went to the door. But other than that, when they sent the keys out, they locked everything.
And I believe that his wallet, like I just showed y'all, I believe that the wallet was in his pocket. If it definitely looked like a wallet. Let me pull that back up. Well, I'll pull it up in a minute. But the police got called, and we listened to the dispatch calls about it.
But other than that, when they sent the keys out, they locked everything.
Crump told Good Morning America last. Okay, so let me go back here. me go back to what he was saying.
Came to pick the keys up. Was there a confrontation on it? Because I could have sworn I saw on the news that when he came to pick the keys up, it was almost like an altercation because you guys didn't want to give the keys over, or you said you didn't know where the keys were at.
I mean, no, absolutely not. I mean, I wasn't there, but from what my friend told me, they just had to look for Nolan's keys. It's not like, why would we be hiding Nolan's keys? There's no reason to hide anything. You know, this is our friend. We have nothing to hide. I mean, we were trying to help, do everything that we could to help out.
All right, so I want to be clear with this one.
With friends like this, you definitely don't need no enemies because you definitely can't tell them apart.
Because I know you mentioned before that you have no reason to touch the phone. Obviously, you didn't touch the phone.
Right.
But is there any chance or any knowledge that you have that anybody deleted stuff from his phone?
Absolutely not. I mean, like I said, there was no reason for us to get on Nolan's phone. No one touched Nolan's phone, but nothing. If none of us had touched Nolan's phone, then there's no reason for anything to be deleted. I mean, no one even was in contact with his phone until it was moved from the boat to the truck, and none of us have access to Nolan's password to get on his phone and delete anything. Absolutely not. And we have no reason to delete anything. I mean, there's nothing to hide here. I mean, we have had no reason to delete anything, and we never did.
All right, so I have something I want to make sure that we're clear about, because you had mentioned earlier that you saw Nolan cradling Katie. Right. Her name is Katie.
Yeah, Katie.
I just want you to explain, what does that mean? Some people in their mind, they may think he's cradling like a baby.
Yeah.
Like what is that scenario?
Yeah, he was. I mean, Nolan was off. The last time I saw him, like I said, I was off the bow of the boat, and like I said earlier.
Oh, hold on, y'all. I'm sitting up here trying to. Whoever texting me, put it in the chat, because that's messing me up right now. And you text me about a case that I'm not talking about right now. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all.
I want to be clear with this one thing, because I know you mentioned before that you have no reason to touch the phone. Obviously, you didn't touch the phone.
Right.
But is there any chance or any knowledge that you have that anybody deleted stuff from his phone?
Absolutely not. I mean, like I said, there was no reason for us to get on Nolan's phone. No one touched Nolan's phone, but nothing. If none of us had touched Nolan's phone, then there's no reason for anything to be deleted. I mean, no one even was in contact with his phone until it was moved from the boat to the truck. And none of us have access to Nolan's password to get on his phone and delete anything. Absolutely not. And we have no reason to delete anything. I mean, there's nothing to hide here. I mean, we have had no reason to delete anything, and we never did.
All right, so I have something I want to make sure that we're clear about, because you had mentioned earlier that you saw Nolan cradling Katie. Right. Her name is Katie.
Yeah, Katie.
I just want you to explain, what does that mean? Some people in their mind, they may think he's cradling like a baby.
Yeah.
Like what is that scenario?
Yeah, he was. I mean, Nolan was off. The last time I saw him, like I said, I was off the bow of the boat. And like I said earlier, if you had jumped off the bow of the boat, you were probably about chest or neck deep in water. So Nolan wasn't like carrying her out the water. She's sitting in the water, and Nolan's arms are under the water, and he's carrying her from under the water. But her head's still out of the water. Nolan's head's still out of the water. And I was looking at both of them. So.
Yeah, we see. He's describing it to a T. So I wonder how many people really had a crush on Katie. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's really going on, man?
So he's kind of like holding her.
Right.
Kind of like,
in the water, though.
Like we wrong, right?
Yeah.
Two people in the water, they feeling each other.
Right.
Meaning feeling they like each other.
Right.
And
that was obvious.
He's a little more close to her, and they're kind of having a moment. Correct. Not saying, and not insinuating that it's sexual, but they're together. They like each other. You looking at him, you're like, bro, you crazy. Because you know that he like her and he's hanging out with her.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
That makes sense. And when was the last time that you saw Nolan? And then when was the last time that someone reported to you that Nolan was seen? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You saw him at a certain point, but then someone else saw him a lot later when you guys were gone.
Right. Okay. So the last time I personally laid eyes on Nolan was at like 3:00, and he was, in front of the boat with the girl, and that's the last time I saw him. But there were, I talked to somebody personally that saw Nolan at 6:00, and someone, we weren't even the last people to see Nolan. Once we left, there was still dozens of boats around us. And
so all those dozens of buses should have seen everything. You know, it wasn't a clear spot out there. How did anybody miss anything? Like, what?
I mean, clearly we were not the last people to see Nolan.
So Warren, I'm gonna ask you some very pointed questions. I mean, just straight out.
And I'm gonna just straight out say I never heard 6. The latest time of Nolan's alleged sighting, I think it was Javon who said it was 4. Between like right about 4, so they still would have been there. The last sighting we have of him in the water with this female was at 2:23, so they would have been there. And the fact that he said it was like 3 busloads of them and they all came together and left together, who the hell they thought that he was gonna get on with? They knew he was on the boat, and we heard it. Because I just gotta keep going back. It's like you report the story and you touch on both sides and what both sides saying on the lies and the truths. But now this new information out today changes everything.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello? All right.
I know we have a membership, like, guaranteed. I don't have the tag on here. What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look.
If not, I can send you a text message. All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a...
So it's a lot going on that boat that Warren ain't telling us about in this what we listening to. Tell us about that, Warren.
I didn't come down here to, do anything other but to get the truth and for you to have a voice in this.
Well, tell the
truth. The first thing I want to ask you is, did you kill Nolan?
We need to hear the truth out of his damn mouth. How about that? Let me see what y'all saying right
Join
quick.
Sleuth Nation membership and become a sleuth. For special members emojis, special badges by your name, and sneak peek videos. Join Sleuth Nation membership.
You big dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy.
See, people that don't follow the crime community don't know how relentless we are over here. And some people go over and beyond and get information out before the police can lie good, okay? So when I tell you this stuff that he said on this interview, I was thinking, man, I wonder if he gonna want to take this down or private it, because this right here is major.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. For sharing. For sharing. For sharing me. Thank. Please subscribe and press that notification bell and thumbs up. Please subscribe and press.
I don't know what more it's gonna take to get these people locked up, because somebody they got a lot of explaining to do. They got lots of explaining to do. Let me know if y'all could hear me. If no one touched Nolan's phone, why didn't his phone stay on the boat? They should have just said they touched the phone enough to put it in the truck. But why not the mother? Yeah, especially since you called the mother. You mean to tell me you called the mother and don't mention that you have his phone? Oh, by the way, he left his phone with us. Nothing. Because I believe that they was planning on destroying it. What other reason would you keep that? I can hear you. Thank you, Anisha. Definitely appreciate that. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to Chip in the building. I see Rook said hi to Chip. Shout out to all of y'all in here. Love, I heard that. Okay, Black Fatigue. Get the hell out. What are we talking about? Yes, liars. Nose is growing. Grayson called a scuba diver. That was proven to be a TikTok video from a month ago. What are you talking about? Are you talking about the pool picture? Yeah, they say that it was days before the 4th of July, but the problem with that is that don't make sense, and maybe you could help it make sense if you believe what they saying, because I don't believe a damn thing they saying. This guy right here, if that's the case, why do we have him with USA shaved in his chest? And another reason, what is going on? There's a whole lot of strange things going on in this water, because when I say everybody don't look happy in that water, I had another picture. I don't even think I put it in here, but I kind of highlighted the weirdness that I see in the water. So I was just focused on him in this particular one, but I'm gonna have to pull up that other one because it's a couple people looking real strange. And by the way, Warren did admit that that's him hugging Nolan right there. That is him hugging him. And then this is the other picture that I was talking about with the shorts. Now, Secret Service Sam is the one that enhanced this photo. You can see a wallet in that zip pocket. So if you heard the father say something about the wallet, this will be why they didn't find his wallet, because it should have been on him if we are to believe, believe what we seeing. I see a wallet. Do y'all see a wallet? But yeah, they just tried to go around the block, the corner, and everything else. Oh, he was with this girl, that girl, this was going on. Yeah, and turns out, now Ben Crump shared this picture, like I said. He shared this picture. I don't know who gave it to him or whatever. I gotta read it again. But that don't look like Nolan didn't get on the boat. That looked like somebody wanted Nolan off the boat. And the person sitting there with the hat to the back looked like they on the phone at the time. They might be on the dispatch calls. There was a lot of things going on in the background. But yeah. So it's a lot being said out here. So I don't know, Sky, if that's what you was talking about. That was proven to be whatever. So y'all got Independence Autopsy. Yeah, without the important parts to find out what actually happened. But when you got things, the people telling on themselves out their own mouth, we can just go from there. We could just do it the old-fashioned way. Straight up, just interrogating somebody and make them tell on their damn self, because they definitely know more. That's a fact. Shout out to Chip. There you go, Coach V. Keep being great. Thank you so much, fam. I definitely appreciate your support. Thank you for sponsoring today's live stream. And also, shout out to Kicking It with the Rooks for the 200 Sunshine Jewels. Thank you, fam. Shout out to Michelle for the thumbs up, 10 jewels. Shout out to Roots for the thumbs up, 10 jewels. Again, shout out to Crazy Red for the butterflies with 450 jewels. Thank you so much. Shout out to allegedly, I'm going to just keep it at allegedly Arcane. Okay. Thank you for the 100 jewels, or the 2 jewels for the 100. And also, thank you to the Real McCoy. Let's see. The Real McCoy said, if something happened to my friend, I'd be talking even if another friend did it. I'd be crying. Adrenaline would be taking over. Adrenaline equal powerful. Exactly. You would not be sitting up here telling a story like this. Not a tear, not a drop of emotion, no type of distress, just straight up. I've had enough time to practice this, and now this is what we came up with. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody really wants to hear this at this point, because, we do. And thank God he spoke. I'm just saying, because this is great, because we got all of this from him talking. But they've had a chance to hear what everybody else was going to say, what everybody did say, pull out, all the mix and black folks came forward that could, in this case, before he decided, oh, I was the main person. Let me say something now that everything has happened. What made the timing of it and all that right after the funeral, but listen, this case is just beginning. You hear me? And shout out to Miss Greenie for the 100 jewels of the Marshmallow High. Thank y'all so much for supporting my content and being sponsors to today's live stream. Shout out to all of you. Hold on, let me see what we got. I'm about to wake y'all up in here. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you. Much love. And shout out to everybody hitting the thumbs up and talking in the chat and all that good stuff. We're going to get back to it or we'll be here all day.
Did you have anything to do with Nolan's death? Of course not. Absolutely not. They say that you guys deleted stuff out of his phone. Did you delete anything out of Nolan's phone? No, of course not. The mom acted like, or at least she portrayed on television, and the rumors are that you weren't really good friends with Nolan. Is that true or not? Absolutely not. I hung out with Nolan probably like 3 days a week. I mean, seriously, at least. Some days my friends want to hang out every single day, and Nolan was always there. So, and obviously, people may see this and know the facts later that you weren't able to go to the funeral or the memorial service. Right. Why did you go? What was that? Well, I mean, with everything going on social media right now, with people saying the crazy things that they're saying, I would never want to take the attention off of Nolan and his family. They don't deserve that. And, you know, for own personal reasons, I mean, I've gotten thousands of death threats. My family's got thousands of death threats. And, you know, for my own safety, I'm not going to put my own health and safety at risk. You know, it breaks my heart that I can't go, and it hurt me more than anything. Because, you know, obviously I want to say my last goodbyes to one of my best friends, but I mean, if I'm getting thousands of death threats of people saying they're going to kill me and do crazy things to my family and I couldn't bring myself to go because, you know, I got to put my own safety first. And if that means, you know, missing my friend's funeral, but it's horrible. And I wish I could have been there, but, you know, that's what's been going on, you know? And
I mean, I would think I wouldn't want to go to a funeral after the police been called and a freaking call coming in talking about they harassing the people that was on the boat earlier, like, and then close the door and never come, have an attitude with them and being defensive. Oh, he's like a brother to me, and all the crap that we hearing coming from the father, even though the father was really holding back on what he was saying. He was saying without saying, but that was pretty nasty for them to do that. And they just trying to find out what happened to their son. So they gonna come to the last people that was with him, and you guys are irritated about it. Oh, they're harassing and bullying us. And then they turned into the victims. Like, get out of here. You wasn't invited to come to the funeral because you ain't real friends at all. This is freaking disgusting. And shout out to Gretchen for being a member for 3 months. Shout out to you, Sleuth. Definitely appreciate you, fam.
You know, you guys, I think it's the first time that you've publicly gave a statement about this. Yeah. And obviously you're doing it with me. We're going to put it out there for the world. Why did you choose to do it now? And why did you choose to not speak to anybody but me? Right. Okay. Well, you know, Officer Tatum, I've been watching you for a good while now. And, you know, I think you're a great guy. You've kind of, ever since things got really hot, you've kind of been on my friends and I's side, and I really like that about you. I mean, I thought you were very confident, well-spoken, and I really enjoyed that. And all my friends and I watch you. We all think you're great. We love your faith with the Lord. You know, we try to be closer and closer with the Lord every day, and so did Nolan. You know, and
I love when they put the Lord in it. God ain't got nothing to do with what y'all did that day. What happened to Nolan that day? Okay. Everybody no one said nothing, but when I heard him say that, I learned a lot because he's basically, he been tuned into him. He loved his content and all this. I don't watch the guy, but I seen clips of him on different people's platforms, and the stuff he say about black folks is like he ain't black. You know what I mean? Like he all skin folks ain't kin folks. Okay. This guy don't have nothing good to say about black folks. I clicked on a short. He's like, I just almost don't. I just hate being around black folks. Like, what? This dude got a gold tooth and everything. Like, if Anyway, so that told me a lot. Like, yeah, he ain't black, okay?
You know, we just really liked the way you spoke about us and how you took our side, not based off someone's agenda, you know, based off of race, because I mean that's a horrible thing, you know.
Was this about race? Did this have anything to do with race as far as from your perspective?
Absolutely not. I mean, no.
Was it about Katie?
It's been a great friend of mine since 8th grade. Nolan isn't my only friend of color, and you know, I have plenty of friends through high school, and friends I have now, not just Nolan, who are black, Mexican. You know, I've never looked at
that. Don't mean nothing. Slave owners used to be in bed with the slaves, the ones that they would whip and hang and have picking cotton, take their kids, rip them right out their belly. Okay. What that mean that you got black associates or whatever? That don't mean nothing. They did too. They had them living with them in their house, all of that, and still did what the hell they did. One thing that I heard him saying that Nolan had him laughing. So Nolan was his entertainment, is what it sounds like. And to be honest, it sounds like his buddy is really Nolan's friend, which is Eli Jax. I believe that's who the father said the keys came from. That sounds like he's Eli's friend, and the reason why he see Nolan is anytime he around that friend. You have friends like that, right? They're cool with this person, you semi cool with them, but you know that's really his friend. But because y'all good friends, it puts y'all together. Because that's how it sounds. He separates Nolan from his real friends when he called Nolan a brother and called them his buddies. And he kept saying, buddy, 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 like my buddy, wherever I go, they go, my buddy. Y'all ever heard that it used to be a little my buddy dial. When I first heard him saying my buddy, that's the first thing that popped in my head. Like if he say buddy one more damn time, what are you hiding here, sir? Like, because he ain't your friend. He ain't your buddy. He's your entertainment. That's what I believe. Shout out to Sandra for sending the 30 jewels with the flower. I definitely appreciate that. Shout out to Love Jones for the 2 jewels, the 100. Thank you so much. Yeah, let's keep it going.
That and none of my friends ever have. Like, and if you do, you know, that's disgusting, you know?
And if you had a chance to, you know, tell the world that have painted this picture of you and your friends as being potential murderers of Nolan.
Anybody that say something about racist or just block them completely. Like, get Gina Campbell ass up out of here. Because you too stupid to listen at what's going on because you're blinded by the same thing you accusing me of. Gaslighting is not welcome in my damn chat because we go off of facts. Okay?
White supremacists, racists. What would you want the world to...
If it's coming out of their mouth, it's facts. Whether it's facts that they lying or facts that they telling the truth. Yep. Block everybody that's saying that, please. Thank you. Make another one, Gina. Dumbass.
No, if you can summarize to them in a very short paragraph or a few sentences, what would you want to say to them if you had the opportunity?
I would want to say
what kill be people call you racist because you see what's going on. You noticing what the hell going on. Oh, I'm the problem. No, the people that killed Nolan is the damn problem. Your dumbass.
That my family and I are praying for y'all. You know, I could never bring myself to tell somebody that I'm going to kill them and that I'm going to, you know, I've received and my family's received absolutely horrible threats about this.
Victim.
And, you know, I want people to know that our faith with the Lord is stronger and means more to us than anything. And we all trust in the Lord, and for the Lord to reveal the truth. And I know that's what will happen because I have faith and my family has faith. But I want people to know that I'm praying for them. And if they want to speak hate and speak, you know, these horrible things, and I mean, you're obviously not in the right state of mind, and you need to work on yourself. It's a horrible thing, and you know, but race was never a thing between Nolan and I and my friends. I mean, I have friends in my friend group that are Mexican and, you know, mixed, black. I mean, that's never mattered. I think it's just absolutely disgusting that people try to make this narrative out of something that it's absolutely not. First off, and out of something that they have zero facts about.
Well, we do have this, and this will be facts because this is coming from the dispatch from Cito, and you ain't mentioned nothing about this, sir.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello? All right.
I know we have a membership, like, guaranteed. I don't have the tag on here. What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look.
If not, I can send you a text message. All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
So what exactly is going on in the background, gaslighters? No, get the fuck up, or what? Check his chest. Warren Wyatt. Did you not hear all that? Something going on, and it ain't being reported in the call, stupid. So make it make sense, since you know so much with your gaslighting ass. Anyway, shout out to somebody just sent something. Let's see. Shout out to all the supporters in the chat with sense. Like, we Sleuth Nation over here. Shout out to all the detectives and sleuths and private eyes in the building. Where my members at? You calling people out, sticking to facts. Bless you. Let's see. Thank you, The Real McCoy. Shout out to you, fam. And shout out to Adria Dunn for the 440 jewels, the Unk Alert. Thank you so much, fam. Somebody sent some happy poop. Okay, they full of it, ain't they? Full of it. Thank y'all so much. I definitely appreciate y'all. Yeah, this is wild, man. Like, we got to believe what's being said. I definitely do. I want to see when they came back here. I know this is maybe he'll drop that too. This is allegedly them leaving for the trip, just to prove it was more than just Nolan and 3 friends that were there. So all these people got eyes, right, and ears. Somebody heard and seen something.
Jackson County hasn't released any facts. There haven't been any facts about this case other than make this narrative out of something that it's absolutely not, first off, and out of something that they have zero facts about. Jackson County hasn't released any facts. There haven't been any facts about this case other than that, just timelines and, stuff like that. But it's horrible that people have made this out to be something that it's absolutely not. And it's disgusting in my opinion.
Was Nolan the only black person on that island?
Absolutely not.
So why ain't Warren tell us nothing about all this when we hear Warren's name being said and Wyatt? Why wouldn't he mention this? Today at 11:45, Nolan Wells investigation has a new development. And this development involves the video circulating with Nolan in the blue shorts, and I'll attach it here. But it says, newly surfaced video has been turned over to investigators. Multiple outlets report that a previous unseen video, first obtained by TMZ, may be the last known footage of Nolan Wells alive, according to reports. The video's metadata reportedly timestamped at 2:23 p.m. on July 4th, before Nolan was last seen reportedly at 3 p.m. It appears to show a person resembling Nolan on a boat near Horn Island wearing light blue swim trunks. The individual who possessed the video has provided it with the investigators for review. Authorities have not publicly authenticated the video or stated what, if any, impact it will have on the investigation. Now, it definitely should have a major impact on the investigation. So there's no new verified official developments regarding additional GPS data, new Coast Guard information. That's all we have for right now. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Could this be Nolan Wells? And if so, who is the female with him? Leave it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Could this be Nolan Wells? And if so, who is the female with him? Leave it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Could this be Nolan Wells? And if so, who is the female with him? Leave it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Could this be You big dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy.
Please subscribe and press that notification bell and thumbs up. Please subscribe. Join Sleuth Nation membership and become a sleuth for special members emojis, special badges by your name, and sneak peek videos. Join Sleuth Nation membership and become a sleuth.
Today I got time, cuz. Today I got time, cuz. Today I got time, cuz. Today.
And we do. And we do.
Saw a lot of black people. And like I said, I mean, you know, it's not pointed out or anything. I mean, I wasn't looking at that, but
Thank you, Peace.
My buddy Tracy was out there, and, you know, he's mixed. Javon was out there. He's came out. He's mixed. I know a bunch of my friends that are black that were out there that day that I haven't even mentioned. I mean, Nolan was not the only black person out there, by no means.
He the only dead person out there, though. I can bet and guarantee you that. Did you hear about anybody else being found on Horn Island on the 4th of July besides Nolan? Okay, so that's the part we want to know. And then somebody said something about they did polygraphs or whatever. Well, did he tell the police what he talking about on this video, this clip, or what's being said on that boat? And why is his name being yelled out if he wasn't on the same boat? I mean, somebody need to help make it make sense. Let me let this play.
Thousands of people out there, white, Mexican, black, everyone,
And in the friend group, is Nolan the only black person in the friend group?
Absolutely not.
And they have a friend group. Now that makes me think about a case I just ran across. It's 2 videos circulating. Is one claiming that is Nolan laid out in the sand and guys recording him and laughing at him and whatever. He couldn't move. He tried to. Then there's another one that's very similar. A group of all white guys, one white girl knocked the hell out of this guy, right? And then one of the dudes grabbed him around his neck so bad, like kind of like how Daniel Penny did that guy on Jordan guy on the train that day. And then he finally let him go because the female told him to. But the other guys was chanting for him to keep going, choke him out, right? So he did let this dude go, and he ended up still being alive. This happened sometime in June. It's so bad I can't even show it, but it's circulating on social media. So it's not AI. See, that's quit with the AI stuff. This is not, everything is not AI. I think AI was released to cause confusion. That's how I feel about it. But no, everything is not AI, man. And metadata don't lie. It can tell the truth about who the originator of the video is, no matter how many edits it is. So anyway, it's real, and it's a real person still alive that experienced what I'm talking about. And it's disgusting. My point in bringing that up is it's a group of people probably in the organization that befriend black folks and make them think they're their friend, and then they turn on them and catch them off guard. This happened, I believe it happened with Nolan, and this person that I'm talking about, I just found it last night or this morning, and I forgot the name, but I'm gonna look more into it, and it's disgusting. But it reminds me of this, and I believe that that's what happened with Nolan. The reason why his throat and all that stuff is missing, that will help determine if he drowned, what happened if he was choked out, and all of that stuff is happening a lot, y'all. Look it up. It was 3 other people that also lost their life on the 4th of July drowned with their YT friends. Hey, this don't make me a racist by telling the damn truth. And first of all, I don't have a system to stop people from moving along. You know what I'm saying? I'm no oppressor at all. So stop it with that. And I can't stand racists. As a matter of fact, that's why you getting up out of here. Anytime you come over here with the gaslighting. Why did they say? Oh shoot, that went fast. Why did they say that they canceled the CETO? Because they never needed it in the first damn place. That was just a way to CYA cover their ass. I said that from the first time, and I believe that that's what it is. Because how did they need it? He just called. I think he just called it to mark that this happened, right? And then the grandfather was involved. And at the same time, the grandfather, as soon as they called the grandfather, oh, I just hung up from him. No, as soon as they called the captain, he's already been talking to the grandfather. So, oh, they don't need it no more. But she still had them on the other line. Like, how was the grandfather and the captain already talking by the time the dispatch called to say that they needed a tow, and the captain already knew that they was good? So that call was just made just to mark that time and all of that. But to put his body right there where you made the call at, yeah, keep it coming.
Black.
Keep talking.
And I have other friends of color. I mean, our friend group's very tight, and we have a not a small group of guys, but we have 10 to 12 guys in my friend group, and we're all from Ocean Springs, and we grew up together. But Nolan is not the only black guy in my friend group by any means, and everybody knows that.
There's controversy around the CETO, right? You guys called it in, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have that record of you guys, making that emergency call. Right. But then there's this, I guess, graphic of you guys traveling at a slow speed, and all of a sudden you accelerate. Right. People are saying that that's an indication of something afoot or foul play going on in that timeline. What do you have to say to the naysayers who are mentioning that something must have happened, that you guys were going slow, then you accelerated all of a sudden?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely not. We got towed probably a quarter mile. Like I said, my buddy Bart drove his boat up next to ours after he pulled us out away from the island. Then he towed us a little more while we were trying to get the motor figured out. I mean,
now we heard Bart's name right after he came off of mute, because he was muting while he was talking to the dispatcher, right? And we did hear Bart. So Bart was there the whole time and could have told them in the first place, but they called CETO. Why you call CETO if you had 3 boats around you that could have helped you? Who ultimately end up dead. They called it to make a record of it.
The motor would trim down. So then eventually, the motor wouldn't trim down. So eventually, we figured out if you held the manual trim on the motor will stay in the water even when you start to accelerate. Because when my buddy would put the boat in gear and forward, the motor would come right back up. So it trimmed down, but then it'd come right back up when you went to go put it in forward and drive off. So yeah, we stopped at one point. My buddy pulled the plug out the boat, got back in the boat, the captain of the boat, got in the water, pulled the plug out the boat, got back in the boat, and hit it. And like I said earlier, we all transferred our weights to the front. So because there was so much water in the back of the boat that when my buddy had it pinned out all the way, trying to go as fast as we can, and the boat was still sitting like this on the water. It wouldn't have been planned out. So we had to move all the way to the front of the boat. Everybody had to get on the bow, and eventually we planed. Everybody got sat back. And when you're on plane and you're going.
Okay, let's land our plane right here. Now you notice how he's talking about the situation that we just heard on the dispatch call with Bart pulling them in, drop it or whatever, pull the plug, whatever we could hear them say. This is the same scenario, the same time frame, the very same exact time frame that all of this was going on with Nolan, but he ain't mentioned that yet. Guess what? He ain't gonna never mention that. But we heard it though. We heard it.
Water starts coming out the boat. Like that's the whole reason he pulled the plug. Because when you come out the water and you're on plane and the boat's level, water starts coming out the boat. So I mean that's why we came to a stop so he could jump in the water, pull the plug, and then we hauled in. There's no stopping because if you do stop, the water
pulled the plug and then they hauled Nolan up out of that boat. Somehow they hauled him and did what the hell they did. I just wanted to point out somebody is lying up in here. So we have 1,285 votes saying that y'all hit the thumbs up, but we only got 625 thumbs up. Make it make sense. Please, if you have not smacked that thumbs up, please do. It's very important for the content to get circulating so everybody can know what's going on, keeping up with the updates with Nolan's case, because it's been a lot of lying going on. And we finally get into the truth. Shout out to the one person that just hit the like button. Thank you so much. So we have 1,289 people that voted at yes, of course. The question was, did you hit the like button? Yes, of course, at 60%. And doing it right now at 40%. So we should 100% have 1,294 votes right now, or thumbs up right now. I am 462 likes on my end. Are you? You might have to refresh because I do see 636 and it's 689 people over here, and then in total it's 829. So whichever stream you listening in on, please support the content with your thumbs up, and I greatly appreciate you. And also subscribe if you into crime and you like details, because that's what we do over here.
Starts coming back in the boat because the plug's out.
So there's nothing nefarious there, just a formality of trying to unplug the boat and
Absolutely not.
I mean, dock properly.
Correct. I mean, we were just trying to, solve the boat's issues because we wouldn't have ever gone anywhere if the boat wasn't figured out. So,
and Nolan being a really good friend of yours, really good friend of all of you guys, some of you guys have been accused of killing him. I mean, obviously he was somebody you knew, somebody you spent a lot of time with. With all that has gone on, if Nolan was here, what do you think he would say about all this?
I think
he don't know what the hell he would say. He didn't know Nolan like that, is what it sounded like to me. And you calling people out sticking to facts. It's just crazy. Ain't it real, McCoy? I just had to pull that one back up. People is gaslighters. I don't like gaslighters. You're fake, phony, and making up shit. And victimize. You the victim. Shout out to Black's Warrior Spirit for the $2 super chat and says, great live and discussion, Miss MTGV. Salute from Cali. Shout out to Cali in the building. And my name is Miss V too. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope y'all all subscribe to the channel also. And shout out to at Peace, Hope, Love, Positive Energy. I love that. Thank you for the thumbs up, 10 jewels. Thank you for the 10s up thumbs, Jewel, Sean Shapiro. And also Sugar. Thank you for the floating heart, 10 jewels. I appreciate all of y'all support. Thank you for being sponsors to this live stream and helping us reach our goal or get closer to our goal. Thank you. Give yourself a hand. Okay, let's go.
Nolan has one of the most, Nolan's one of the best men I've ever met. I mean, he is.
If Nolan was here, what do you think he would say about all this?
He'd want to kick his ass,
I think
I'm sure.
Nolan has one of the most, Nolan's one of the best men I've ever met. I mean, he has an amazing heart. And like I said in the beginning, I mean, Nolan is one of the nicest, sweetest people I've ever met. I mean, seriously,
look, man, so many people saying how nice and sweet Nolan is. They took advantage of Nolan's kindness for weakness. You know what I'm saying? And did this to him. And then left him out there like he was nothing. Didn't even tell nobody anything. You called people that could have helped, and you didn't ask for help for him. What happened? Why? That's what we want to know.
No hate in his heart whatsoever. I think if Nolan knew this was going on, he'd be sick to his stomach. I mean, Nolan hated all hate and arguing and drama. He didn't like any of that.
And y'all knew that, but yet brought all the bullshit to him.
I mean, I think if Nolan knew this was going on, he'd be very, very upset. I mean, it's horrible.
I hope he hunts everybody in their damn dreams.
If he knew his friends were getting these threats and, we were, felt threatened for our lives, I mean, Nolan would be traumatized if he was here. Like, and if he knew that, like, I mean, he was a person of no violence, and he had a really good heart. He would hate it.
See, those are the ones they like too. They want you to not be non-violent. They go befriend one of them thugs over there and see what happens. Like what?
Do you think your friendship with Nolan inspired you to want to speak out?
Of course. I mean, I know Nolan. And like I said, I've been really tight with Nolan since 8th grade, and he's a best friend of mine. He's like a brother, and Nolan's the type of guy to fight back for what's right and fight for the truth. And I know Nolan would tell me if he was here to fight back and make sure the truth is out.
Well, guess what? We fighting for him because he can't. So it's times 1,000, times 1,000,000 of Nolans out here want to get to the truth, want to know the truth. We want peace and all that good stuff. And we want criminals like you behind bars who didn't bother to report your friend, whatever happened. Something happened. And because they didn't report it, then everybody looked guilty. Everybody looked like they put their arms around his neck and pulled him out that boat and left him out there. I mean, what? You saying all this and you did this happened to a guy this great, right? They know he's a great guy, and it still happened to him.
He's a friend of mine. He's like a brother, and Nolan's the type of guy to fight back for what's right, fight for the truth. I know Nolan would tell me if he was here to fight back and make sure the truth is out and make sure your word is out, because that's what matters most.
So after all that's been said in this interview, do you have any theories about what could have possibly happened to Nolan?
You know, my buddies and I have talked about it, and like I said, I mean, I've been on the water my entire life. My friends have. It's not like we're unexperienced in this, but Nolan was my best friend. He was my friend's best friend. Well, he was like a brother to me, and more than anything.
Wait, he just said he was I knew it. I knew it. You hear he just said that? He said Nolan was his friend. He was my friend's best friend. Wait.
Entire life, my friends have. It's not like we're unexperienced in this, but Nolan was my best friend, and he was my friend's best friend. And well, he was like a brother to me, and more than anything, and the thing that's most important is what happened to him. And I want to know just as much as anybody else. I mean, that's all. Like, my friends haven't stopped talking about that. Like, what happened, and you know, like, just trying to figure it out. But I would never want to put it on somebody else because of the hate that I've received for just being out there around them, and my name getting brought up because I called the Coast Guard. I was the first one to call the Coast Guard. I mean, I don't know, and I want to know more than anybody. I mean, my friends and I are have been wondering this for a while, and you know, we just want to know as much as anybody else what happened to him. But I would never want to sit here and blame anybody else and put this on anybody else because of the hate and death threats that my family and my friends have received. It's horrible, and I would never want someone else to experience that. You know?
Yeah, especially if there's no evidence to it.
Exactly.
So I got two more things I want to address directly. It's been said out there that you guys immediately delete your social media, lower it up, as if you were in some type of fear that you would be implicated in this. What do you say to that?
I mean, of course we lowered up, and of course, you know, I deleted my social media. I was getting death threats before anything ever came out because I was the one that called the Coast Guard. I mean, people put this all on me.
He want kudos for being the one to call the Coast Guard. He want praise for that because he done said that how many times?
Because I was the one that called. I was the one that was.
So he the one making all the calls to the Coast Guards, to CTO, and to all this other stuff. I mean, to the mother and all that. I'm not sure who made the CTO call. Was it Wyatt? I would think it's Wyatt because it was his boat, right? So Wyatt and Warren is the only two names that we heard on the video on the distress call. Only voice we hear. Right? Wait a minute. Which part is this? Hold on, y'all. We get through this.
Don't worry, my friends were just as well. I mean, of course I deleted all my social media. I was getting insane death threats, like stuff I couldn't even believe. 2 days after. And, you know, we went straight to the police. I wanted the police to come and ask questions. I wanted them to know and have all of my information. And, I mean, people were accusing me of murdering my best friend. It's sick. I mean, like, just because of race. I mean, it's disgusting. It makes me sick to my stomach.
Gaslighting.
I mean, obviously, I got off of social media because there were people saying insane things to me and my family, and I'm just going to sit there and look at it. I mean, that's it.
Warren, thank you so much, man, for being bold and courageous.
Thank you so much for coming out with your statement because, see, once you put out a statement, you can't change it. So we so happy he finally put his bullshit on the record that don't match nothing, that contradicts everything that we looking at right now. So that is freaking awesome, I tell you. Let me, do I have this let me pull this up right quick. When I say he did an amazing job, what y'all think? Did he not do quite the damn performance, man? So, I mean, this is what I was talking about with Katie being invited to the barbecue where somebody talking about his AI. Like, stop it. Hold on. So there's a new. I'm going to turn this off. I don't want that music playing on here, but I want y'all to see the video. Katie got invited to the barbecue. Okay, and she was there taking a selfie of the whole crowd. I don't know what year this was, but it's Katie. And Nolan is in the picture as well. Katie got invited to the barbecue. Okay, it's basically what I'm saying. You see, it's a house full of Nolan's other friends, I guess. But right where the arrow was at is where Nolan was at. But I wasn't concentrating on that with this. Well, let me play it without the audio because it should uncover it. But yeah, she's right there taking a selfie. And then the first picture that we seen of her was that first one above at the top. Then we got this hot girl pic. So I really don't know what Katie looked like. Wait, can y'all hear me? I really don't know what Katie looks like, but these are the pictures that show Katie. And then I was just showing, this looked like Nolan to me. He was much younger. You see the hairline, the forehead, and the same hairstyle. You could see his eyes. That is Nolan all day, okay? And Katie is right there taking a picture. They all went to the same high school. They all graduated May of 2025. And I don't know why they wanted to make it seem like, oh, this is first time meeting her, or he met this girl that he really wanted to hang out with. No, it's somebody he probably already smashed. I don't know. But if he been knowing her, then he been knowing her. And make it make sense why people trying to make it sound like they didn't know each other. Okay? So, and then this is the part where he was talking about the keys and the police being called. Okay? So stop it. Okay, let me... This is another guy that's coming out saying stuff. I don't know if he's telling the truth or not. If I had information, I would have been turning it in to Ben Crump and not on social media. Talking. There's a guy going around saying that he knows something, and if they don't make it right, he's going to release everything. And then he made a follow-up video saying that they're watching his house. Check this out.
The way I see it is they have one of two choices. One, they can make things right, or two, I leak everything. If they get to me before I have a chance to release my hard drive, please no. There's more to the story. Guys, they're watching my house now. You guys gotta stop. Look, I don't know how much I can share, but they are literally watching my house now. You guys gotta quit. To my family and friends, when I die, do me a favor, don't post a picture on Facebook of you standing next to my corpse. It's weird. Can we just stop doing that altogether, people?
Now, I don't know if this guy is lying or telling the truth, if it's about the reward or coming from a genuine place. But if I had information, I would just simply call Ben Crump, who's asking people to send him information via phone call, or you can also email him the information. And I'll put the link in this description box.
Very, very big deal. And I mean, I actually stayed with Nolan that night at my buddy's house, and I woke up at my buddy's house, and we went to McDonald's, got food. Nolan was not with me, and I went and got breakfast. I had my buddy's boat hooked up to my truck, and well, first I ran to my house, then I went to McDonald's and came back, and
unnecessary details right there.
The boat was already hooked up to my truck. My buddy Wyatt and I went, and with my buddy, and we went, filled the top of the boat off, loaded it down with ice, and just got everything ready. Then Wyatt went and put his smaller boat in the water, which is the Palm Beach. He's an 18-foot Palm Beach, and Wyatt.
Okay, so let's go back to the buddy part. How many people were there? Let me know what you think.
Came back, and the boat was already hooked up to my truck. My buddy Wyatt and I went, and with my buddy, and we went, filled the top of the boat off, loaded it down with ice.
So it sounds like it was 3 people there at one point, but he's not naming the third buddy that was there with them. Who's the buddy? And I think Nolan is still not there with them. So I found that strange that they went and did all of that stuff that morning and Nolan wasn't with them and they all spent the night together and sound like he was preparing. They doing all the preparing to leave and all of that stuff, but they went to McDonald's, went to eat. I wonder if Nolan was at his buddy's house still, or where was Nolan when they was doing all this planning and stuff without him?
And just got everything ready. Then Wyatt went and put his smaller boat in the water.
Because another reason why I say that, his mother didn't see him no more. After Nolan left on the 3rd, after he cooked the salmon and whatever else he cooked for dinner, she never seen him again. So where was he? Why wouldn't he be with them while they doing all that? I'm a little confused about that, but
which is the Palm Beach. He's an 18-foot Palm Beach, and I drove the boat from Fort Bayou boat launch to my buddy's grandparents' house, and that's where we all planned to meet up that day.
Bam. So I believe that that's the El Camino boat launch that they were at, or the dock that they docked from.
So bam, this was actually talked about before this video was released. We just getting this video, but we had already talked about it over here in our shorts. So if you are not subscribed to my channel, just make sure you do, because sometimes we get information before it explodes. And also, if you tapped into my shorts, if you get notified with my shorts and not my content, then make sure you come into my channel and subscribe and set notifications on everything so you know about all the content. Because for whatever reason, people are getting my shorts more than anything. But I post everything, shorts, videos, and live streams. So definitely connect to the channel. I would love to have all y'all connected. Okay, so the truth comes out. And I'm going to drop the video where we talked about the other GPS stuff before we
at, or the dock that they docked from. We remember hearing about Fort Bayou and possibly a private dock that they left off from. So he said that was his buddy's grandparents' house, and that's where they all planned to meet up. I find that very, very interesting, and the number of people that were there, because he goes on to say we had roughly 20 to 30 people coming on 3 separate boats with us. Okay, so let's listen at that.
We had roughly 20 to 30 people coming on 3 separate boats with us. And so we were all following each other out there as one big group. You know, it wasn't just me and Nolan and a couple other of my buddies. There was 20 or 30 people spread out where we all met at the dock before, and then we departed to go to Horn Island. It wasn't just a couple of us. I mean, there were so many people, we had to split up between 3 boats, and we all left and all got there at the same time.
That is what I'm saying. They got there at the same time. They left at the same time. But out of those 3 boats that they had out there with 20 to 30 people spread out, Katie couldn't get on not one. After the fight broke out, what really happened? I find that what he's saying comes off very confusing. And I definitely always say that where confusion lies is lies. There's a lot of things being excluded from this conversation. Another thing I find interesting that he said is that it was thousands of people out there. And all the articles I read said 200 to 300 people. But he said it was thousands of people out there. It's very popular on the 4th of July, and everybody is on Horn Island on the 4th of July. So how did anybody miss anything if it was thousands out there? Let me know.
We still want to know that. Let me know what y'all think. But we see what's going on, man. Like, the truth is going to come out no matter what, especially when you run in your mouth. Now, this is another person, another short that I did that y'all probably did not see. So let me show y'all this. And it was also, you know that he mentioned that his brother was into a fight, right? So check this out. Soon as I put this back up, let me come over here and see what y'all saying right quick. Let's see. Shout out to Kenneth Biles. Let's see. The sad part is they knew about 90 of the hundreds of people out there. So someone knows something. Exactly. Anytime you can say 3 boatloads of high school students, or people you went to high school with, or people that you're going to college with, it was everybody, and their grandmammy was out there. Okay. So people seen stuff and people ain't saying nothing. I think it's, you know, the people, maybe the people in their group knew, but other outside people not necessarily, because people are turning in information that they have, that they're finding on their phones and stuff like that. And I'm so happy about it. And then let's see. And thank you for the $5 holla. Thank you so much. And what time is it? 1:12. Thank you, Sharita, for the 200 jewels, the flow state. Shout out to you, fam. Thank you so much. And then we have 200 jewels from Sunshine, the Sunshine Jewel. Thank you so much. Thank you, Entertainment, for the flowers, the 30 jewels. Shout out to all of y'all. I definitely appreciate y'all. So what do y'all think about what you are hearing right now? And much love to everybody helping me reach my goal.
Shout out to you. Let's go. Shout out to you. Let's go.
Okay, let me see what y'all saying. The two boys were arrested due to what? Wait, the two boys were arrested due to what they did on their phone, but have we seen any signs of foul play? What two boys were arrested? I'm not sure what you're talking about there. You talking about a different case, because nobody was arrested so far, unless it happened since I've been live. Also, Warren places himself back on the island after he should have already been gone on sinking boat, because how he see Katie and Nolan standing next to a boat. Now, didn't he allegedly? Okay, I know he said he rode out on a different boat. Then he rode to Horn Island on a different boat than Nolan, right? Didn't he say that? Because one of his buddies brought a boat, he rode with that buddy. And so, yeah, he definitely contradicting himself. And I'm going to have to go back and listen to the other stuff, because I haven't gone live about the other ones, but I will. This one is too, I don't want to make it too long, even though it's long already, but I don't want to make it too much longer. So, yeah. It's a bunch of lies being told, contradictions and stuff. Maybe when he go back and listen, he'll catch it himself. Yes, that's correct. That's crazy. Oh, so he said he rode out with his other buddy and back with his other buddy? Because if he did, he showed no lie. Like, how do you not get those details correct? When I tell you lie, it's always gonna be holes in lies. Just like this Nito cheese I'm holding, Swiss cheese, is straight holes in the story that ain't making sense. Two of the boys were arrested, ma'am, for hiding or destroying evidence. How you don't know? What are you talking about? Don't get damn smart. Just answer the question. What two boys are arrested? You saying boys? Who you talking about? And I don't like that. The way your tone, like, what? Two of the boys were arrested, ma'am, for hiding or destroying evidence. How you don't know that? What boys? What evidence? What case? I mean, I'm doing a whole show here, doing a whole multitude of things. I can't think for you. Put it in English so I can understand. The hell, I'm not in your brain. Why are you talking about another case? I'm not talking about another case. We talking about Nolan. I mentioned another case earlier, but I don't even think you was in here for that. Like, what the hell? It's 1,000 people in here, and I'm supposed to know what you thinking? The hell? Anyway, let me get back to what I'm doing. Let me stay out the comments for the moment, so I can get done, because I want y'all to see this other guy that came out talking. Hold on. And the brother who allegedly was into a fight. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
There were so many people. I mean, boat were like on top of each other almost. Like, I mean, it was intense. He was pretty hammered. He would slur his words. His movement was slow. He have been taken by the current, and I'm guessing he drowned. There's a certain part of the island where the current is pretty strong.
Ain't nobody believing nothing about a current. These people are ops, not friends. And what is he talking about boats on top of each other? Exactly what does that mean? What was... Another liar. I gotta let... I don't know why it wouldn't uncover, but I wanted y'all to see his lying face. Okay. So another person lying on Nolan that need to be dragged his ass in for questioning. What do you know, sir? Oh, and this dude is said to be a somebody he go to college with his lying boy gone. Wait a minute, can y'all still hear the video? Because it just says something about my mic. Let me know if y'all can still hear this video. People getting on my damn nerves up in here. Hold on. Let me play it. I'm going to play the video. Let me know if y'all can hear it. Because my mic is saying something went out. Can y'all hear that? Wait a minute, y'all. So y'all can't hear the video. What the heck? Hold on, y'all. Wait, why was that? Hold on. Mic check. Okay, I can tell that y'all don't hear it. Let me drop it again. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't like that at all. That is not supposed to be happening. So I'm going to drop it and pull it back up. Wait. Give me a second, y'all. Hold on. Let me know if y'all can hear this. I mean, make it make sense. What exactly is he saying? Oh, he was pretty hammered, slurring his words. He could have been taken by a current. Okay, so if that's your friend and you knew that he was hammered, y'all can hear it. Why didn't anybody help him? Yeah, why didn't anybody help him? Low down, dirty sons of... Okay, so y'all can hear it. Let me get to the video I wanted y'all to hear. Y'all heard his lying self. Y'all need to hear me. And then I'm going to take it to the one where he said his brother got into it with somebody. That's what I want y'all to see. And then, I don't know. We're going to have to figure this out because this, I don't know.
I had a girl come up to me and say, hey, your brother just got in a fight. And obviously, I have a younger.
It's a shame I got to do this. I can't trust my own stuff. But this is what I want y'all to hear. And then, let's see. Let me make sure we got it put up. Yes, yes. And then I want to know what y'all think about this. Because I'm not 100% sure if this was his brother that got into it with somebody there. But it sure do sound like what he describing. Like, what? So everybody was fighting but Nolan, and he the only one that didn't make it home. He the one that made it home minus all of this. Everything in his neck with a big contusion on the back of his head that's unexplained. But everybody loved Nolan. He was this, that, and the third Nolan. The only one that didn't make it home.
I had a girl come up to me and say, hey, your brother just got in a fight. And obviously, I have a younger brother, and that's what she was talking about, and I was freaked out.
Wait, what? Clock this tea. I am flabbergasted. Check out the guy in the water looking towards the younger crowd with the USA shorts on. I watched this video probably a couple weeks ago, not sure if it was connected to Nolan. Well, today I watched the interview with Warren, who said that his younger brother was in a fight. If you've been following the Nolan Wells case, then you would know that Trayston Shepard came out and said that he was into it with a stranger who approached him about him arguing with his girlfriend. Allegedly, that's what the whole group was about. But notice this guy standing in the water with the USA shorts on. He gets into it with a younger guy. And I believe that that is Warren's younger brother. Check this video out and let me know what you think. Now, who is the black guy that seems to be trying to keep the peace? Could this be Javon's twin brother? Now, I'm not saying that he is, but let me know what you think. Everything is alleged on this channel. Now, had we not been told the whole time that Trayston was trying to get back on a boat, or the mother of the boat was trying to get him back off? Was this about Trayston and him getting into it with his girlfriend because a stranger got involved and told Trayston that he shouldn't be talking to his girlfriend like that? Or was this about Warren's brother? Now, the guy that's getting him off the boat, you can see that he has bruising on his back, like he's also been into it. But this guy right here that's yelling at everybody, he was in the water looking at the younger crowd. What's really going on, y'all? I need to know what you think about this. Drop it in the comments. Let me know what you think, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you will know next time I go live, because we will be talking about this live. This guy is losing it. What was this about? Obviously, he's over 40, arguing with a teenager. And was that Nolan standing in the crowd?
So I walked over to the beach, and I didn't walk over. I ran over. I made a beeline. I didn't talk to anybody. Put my drink down and walked over there. And my brother was kind of angry, and there was a lot going on, but someone was getting pulled away. I don't know who it was, and my brother was like, "Oh, I just got in a fight," and this guy punched me in the face, and I punched him right back. And then went to the ground, and my brother put him in an armbar.
Did you see the armbar?
Absolutely not. When I was over there was a bunch of younger guys like my brother's age, and I mean, Nolan, I never.
His brother got his ass kicked by an old ass man. This man was like, looked like he was in his 40s fighting a 16-year-old kid, looked like. But I sure didn't see no arm bar, and all I seen was him jacked up, staggering around, didn't know his front from his dang on back. And I had to cover it because his nose was dotted so bad that I didn't want to show it. But don't this sound like this could be what he was describing? Because I had seen this, and then I'm like, nah, that ain't, I don't think that got nothing to do with Nolan. And then when I heard him, I went back and found this video because I believe that that's it. And then I remember seeing a guy in the water with the American flag shorts that was eyeballing the crowd. So, and plus, we don't believe in coinky dinks over here. So I believe that this is most definitely connected. I walked, no, ran. Which one was it, Warren? You walked or ran? Maybe he didn't do neither. Like, I mean, it's a lot of lies being told. Like, one thing about lies, you gonna forget them, okay? And you gonna have to keep telling lies to cover a one lie, and it's just not, you're gonna be looking crazy. Because when I tell you, it's a lot more to the story, and it's looking like it's coming out. It's falling out the sky at this point. That 125K got people talking because it was boats all around them. I bet you people that didn't check their phones before, they checking them now. Okay, they checking them and they calling in like, man, look, they just said 125K. And I ain't got gas right now. You think they ain't gonna tell on you? All that brother, buddy, and all that stuff gonna go out the window. They gonna be like, dude, you rich, I ain't. I'm telling. The cookie is a crumbling, okay? And the integrity of the autopsy has already been compromised because of missing significant body parts. It's absolutely disgusting. And we're going to be talking about that in our next live stream because I haven't gone over the autopsy and all of that stuff. But this is ridiculous because if it was just a simple drowning and no foul play is suspected, why are we here then? Why are we even here? We should have never got here. Oh, you look at the lungs, there's water in them, bam. Okay, he drowned. But no, it was more to it. And these people know a lot of people. We talking about doctors, judges, lawyers, and you know, the good careers, right? They launching from $1 million homes and all this stuff. Like, yeah, it sounds like they know some people that know some people that got control in the city that can make things happen. Where's the man's neck? Okay, exactly. They choked Nolan. Now the coroner trying to cover it up. Okay, give up all the neck. Okay, send the neck to the other one, or send them pictures of what you got. Like, and then I'm still trying to figure out, did they tell them that in advance, or did they just surprise him when the body got there? And it's like, what? Where's everything at that I'm supposed to be looking at? It has all the ingredients for a cover up. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. I've been covering cases like this for long enough to know. Okay, let me see. What have we gotten something? What today? Okay, I got an update. Let's see what this is. It says there are meaningful new verified developments. So the case will officially go before a grand jury. Oh, that's old stuff. Hold on. All right, the jury. Hold on. Okay, let me just try to read it. The case will officially go before the grand jury. Angel Myers, which she got a video out here with violin music playing with it. The Jackson County District Attorney confirmed that Nolan Wells' death investigation will be presented to the grand jury once the investigation is complete. The investigation remains active. Grand jury review is standard procedure for potential criminal and unattended deaths in the county and does not mean charges are imminent. Grand jury proceedings will remain confidential to protect the integrity of the investigation. Yeah, so that's one that they want the freaking autopsy to go to them and not be released publicly. It says new reporting includes detailed public statements from Nolan's friend Warren Hudson and others have publicly described the event on July 4th, including Hudson's statement that Nolan chose to remain on Horn Island while others left. His claims that he later contacted Nolan's mother and the United States Coast Guard, and his denial that anyone deleted content from Nolan's phone. These are witness statements, not official investigative findings. So independent autopsy findings remain unchanged. The family independent autopsy continues to list both the cause and manner of death as undetermined pending further investigation. The report did not identify severe traumatic injuries, but stated that decomposition and the limited availability of some tissues prevented definitive conclusions. Get out of here, man. We already know that. And but this they need to do another update on what's happening now because listen, it all got exposed on social media. So go ahead and do an update. Go ahead and do an update on some arrests. Like, because that's what need to happen at this point. For real. Point blank and period. Okay. He said no foul play. He said no foul play because he never planned to investigate the case. Okay, write it off as an accidental drowning with no investigation, diabolical, evil, and racist. Exactly. That's all I see. Anytime they say that off the rip, that's what it is. And they have footage and audio on the boat where you can clearly hear them in a panic saying, Nolan, don't die, get the fuck up. And now I couldn't make out the don't die part, but I'm gonna listen to it again, record it, and I'm gonna have to enhance more of it. But this is what I caught.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello? All right.
I know we have a membership, like, guaranteed. I don't have the tag on here. What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look.
If not, I can send you a text message. All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
Yeah, I ain't gonna give y'all no energy. But the people, I'm gonna just let my moderators take care of y'all. So let's see. We have 526 people listening in on the vertical with 711 thumbs up. I appreciate that. But we have 1,448 votes. Y'all be lying. We should have 1,448 thumbs up by now if everybody hit the like button, of course, and doing it right now. But shout out and much love to the people that are hitting the thumbs up because that shows your support for the content, especially the ones also typing in the chat. So let me see what else y'all saying. A lot of y'all on top of it, I see. Shout out to Chip. He said, we appreciate you. Not as much as I appreciate y'all, for real. So they didn't want the Coast Guards because they had Nolan on the boat with something wrong, even if he wasn't. And I think he was because we don't hear Nolan's voice. You know what I'm saying? We don't hear that. Literally can't hear anything like that. Oh, well, I don't know what's wrong with your ears or your earbuds, but that's exactly what it is. I understand that everybody don't have an ear to hear stuff that you got to listen to the background when somebody talking in the foreground, but we hear it, okay? And when it's even more clear, like, because somebody got even better equipment than I do, they gonna hear it crystal damn clear, okay? So people that can't hear, maybe you got some hearing loss or something going on, but that don't mean it ain't happening just because you choose to not hear it, because it could be that too, because people hear and see what they want to hear and see, okay? But we heard it, and they got to go down because I don't know how they cannot. Shout out to Erica Kane. She said, keep up the great work, Miss V. Thank you, fam. I definitely appreciate your support. And like 7, yep, just not direct answers, just kind of fumbling there. But it was definitely a whole lot going on. You are a coward, and I hope you out of here, because I mean, we'll get you after the live stream if you ain't. BFF, you got DD ass up. I haul her ass up out of here. She want to go to the funky block party. You know what I'm saying? People y'all just show how slow you are, though. I mean, because everybody was sense, which is the only people that I really want over here anyway. They see what's going on. I don't welcome people that I gotta argue with, because I'm not. I'ma just block you and keep going. Typing all these tall paragraphs and all that. I ain't got time. I need a one-liner when I'm scrolling through a bunch of damn comments. Okay, lock all they ass up. And as far as these damn trolls up in here trying to come at me and all that, we definitely got time today, but
I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. I don't I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. Cause ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. I don't want no. Yeah, I got time, cuz. Yeah, I got time, cuz. Yeah, I got time, cuz.
We ain't got time, but we got time. You know, if that make any sense. I know it might be hard for you slow Joes up in here, but you know, the people that know. And as far as the people that did this to Nolan,
lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You going to jail. You going to jail. Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You going to
undoubtedly you going to jail unless, come on, unless they just blatantly be like, we ain't hear nothing and he didn't say that. That's AI and all the stuff y'all want to believe.
What in the fuckity fuck kind of shit is this?
Wow.
What in the
Really. But one thing for sure, too, for certain, we gonna keep talking about it over here because
I stand on business. You drop me somewhere, I stand on business. You drop me in your hood, I stand on business. I've been stand on business. I stand on business. You drop me somewhere.
yeah, and shout out to everybody still here tuning in. We got 620 people tuning in with 499 on the vertical winning. Shout out to y'all, the 718 thumbs up. And if you hear on the replay, please smack that thumbs up and also hype this video out so more people will know the truth about Nolan, okay? Because what we been told on those interviews is a straight up freaking lie and we ain't buying it, okay? Lock all the ass up, period. But anyway, y'all, we gonna get up out of here. I have got to get going, but shout out to everybody. Y'all, please tune in to the next live that will be popping up after this one. And I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm gonna come back tomorrow. If not, if something jump off tonight, I'll come back. What do you have on Ava and the pool party at her house? Yeah, I heard that they said the pool party. The only thing I have on that is you know, that they lied and said that it was, well, they saying that it's from June 27th, but there's been a video released that actually showed the date and time on it. I don't have it in here right now, but I did see it. And also the other thing that stands out to me about that is the fact that if it wasn't the 4th of July, why do this man got the USA shaved in his chest? I'm just saying, like, so to me, that supports the video being on the 4th of July. And also, but we know that Warren answered that question in the interview and he said it was from like a week before, but they said like the 27th of June. But other people, I also ran across a person that screenshot the whole person's page that had this, and it said that it was from a week ago, which would have been the 4th of July. So I think they lying, but metadata don't lie as long as ain't nobody trying to cover it up. So that can be figured out and proven too. But we know one thing for sure, too for certain, this latest information about Nolan just cracked the case for real and took it on a whole different level. So they can keep lying all they want, but they gonna have to explain this.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles. Hello? All right.
I know we have a membership, like, guaranteed. I don't have the tag on here. What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look.
If not, I can send you a text message. All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles. Hello? All right.
I know we have a membership, like, guaranteed. I don't have the tag on here. What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look.
If not, I can send you a text message. All right, of course. How far is the water coming?
Yeah, so he didn't need the Coast Guards, but no, get the fuck up, check his chest, and something else they said, like something's going on, and they didn't bother to mention it. So that's where we at right now. That's the latest information that should change the direction of this case. Sounds like that boy said, Nolan, get the fuck up. Yep, don't freaking die. Oh, was that when he said it? Okay, I'm gonna have to slow it down and listen to that. Because I did hear other people say they could hear it, but I was focused on what I could hear and not have to wonder what it was. And it was the no, get the F up and check his chest. I heard that clearly. And it was even a bump somewhere in there too. Not in, I think maybe I didn't get the bump in that, but I heard it. You have to listen closely. You got to have some good headset or something on to be able to hear this. And also the foreground need to be out, like, so you can focus on the background. But it's definitely something going on, and he didn't bother to report it and denied the Coast Guards that possibly could have helped. Maybe his life could have been saved. Like, I mean, what? The boy is toe up from the flow up, okay? Make it make sense, because that tell another one, because this one is destroyed. Like, what? But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure you connect to the channel. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Make this go viral.
Woo.
Peace and love, y'all. We out.